Truth will prevail on this battleground. I'm an outsider speaking the truth. I'm wise like a judge in a stay in the suit. I'm here to break it down, no sugar
We're going live.
giving you the news, no need to
I don't
compromise.
know if it's
I
the
got
right
the
thing.
rumors, the buzz, the inside scoop, but I ain't trying to deceive or play you like a fool. Just like
I don't know if we live. We live?
Yeah, we live.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
on
we live.
YouTube.
We
Yeah.
live. We live. We live.
let's make it clear.
Alright.
Outside of bringing the facts
So
to
it's the
light. Don't
WNBA
get
playoffs.
anymore.
WNBA
So let's
playoffs.
discuss. Let's break it down.
It done started already. We kind of late to the party as far as how it's
Speaking the
going.
truth. I'm wise like
Let
a
me turn
judge
this
in a
music
stay
off.
in the
I'm
suit.
sorry, y'all. Nicole, what's up?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing outside?
I'm all right. I'm all right. The
That's good.
WNBA playoffs. We late to the party, but we here. Second round, first round already passed. Uh, how you feel about the season so far? How it went?
Um, Overall, I think it was a good season. I'm glad that a lot of people got to see how good women's basketball is. I was always told growing up that I used to hoop when I was little, but I was always told that the girls playing basketball is boring and nothing exciting about y'all. Y'all don't, cause y'all don't dunk, y'all don't do anything. Y'all not exciting as the men. So to see all the attention with from college to the pros, it's very exciting to see. It was a good season. Introduced me and others to a lot of new people I didn't really watch much, or people I just didn't have knowledge of before. So I think it was a good season, good basketball. Um, Even though there was a lot of, there was a lot of chaos behind the scenes, it was still good overall. I appreciate all the WNBA players for what they displayed out there. Um, it definitely was some good basketball, entertaining. They went out there, they worked hard, and they put on a show for us every week. So I appreciate them. And yeah, how you feel about it outside? I know you little late to the party, but from what you did see,
Oop.
how,
I would put out and be honest. I was one of those people that said women's basketball was boring.
okay, at least
But
you honest about it.
after watching this year, I would say that I was really wrong.
Hmm.
But I think like one of the things that I would say, quote unquote, well, I didn't find like a lot of players exciting or whatever, but I think it was more of the exposure because it takes, how sometimes you might not like a song, like say a song come on the radio, somebody just released a song. You
Hmm.
heard it the first time, you didn't really like it, but you hear it again and you hear it again and you're like, oh, this song is actually good. That's what it was with basketball. It was like, okay, I watched the game, I started watching it, and I didn't get that instant gratification instantly, and I didn't know anybody, not being familiar with anybody, and it just wasn't. It didn't. I didn't take to it so instantly. Outside of people that I knew, like Diana Taurasi, I watched her play.
Hmm.
Sheryl Swoops when they was in college. I watched those players while they were in college. And when I did see a game or was able to catch a game, because it really is just exposure. They're not getting as much exposure.
Yeah,
That's what it
that's
was. That's where the
um.
ignorance comes from.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's really just social media. Social media wasn't as big. Well, I can't say that. Social media has been big for years, but like you said, like from when you don't really see clips of the WNBA like when you on scrolling through TikTok or Instagram back in the day. I didn't. I didn't see much. From what I little bit I did see on Instagram was stuff like if it was involved with the men. I would see like
Mm.
some social media clips, but yeah, you wouldn't turn on your phone and you would see a highlight of, I don't know, Brittany Griner, dunking. Like people say, well, the women don't dunk. Well, if I used to
Nah, but I'm
watch,
not even gonna lie. Even when you did see it, it was like okay.
right,
And
and then when
because
yeah,
like I said,
exactly.
it's just that you don't if you're not intaking if they're not if it was probably on TV more and you were more familiar, I think it's getting to know the players because even now I kind of you we watch the games together and I'm looking at the game and I'm like, yo, that girl right there, oh number so and so. Oh, and then I'll mess up the name because I'm not really familiar. It's getting familiar is what I think builds get the exposure is what builds what will build the NBA. And that's
Mhm.
all I think it is. People getting familiar with the players like Gray. I think there should be a campaign just just putting out her content, her passes everywhere. I think that should go everywhere
Mhm.
because her passes are crazy. Her vision is crazy.
Yep.
The highlights that Caitlyn get, she should get an equal amount of exposure. She
Mhm.
literally is like a modern version woman or woman version of Magic Johnson.
Mhm.
Is nice. She's
Mhm.
nice. Good.
I agree. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's just marketable. I
What'd
feel
you say
like
her
the
name is?
what
What
was
was
her
her
name?
name again?
Who
Gary on the Aces.
on the
Oh,
Aces?
Gray.
Chelsea Gray.
Gray.
Yeah, Chelsea Gray.
Chelsea
Yeah,
Gray. Chelsea Gray.
they
That's her
call it
name.
the point guard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She's definitely that. I wish
yeah,
she was younger. I wish she probably was like 2 or 3 years younger than Caitlin Clark. I mean older than Caitlin Clark.
yeah. She is. I think she like 30,
Yeah, she's
32,
like
33.
31. I don't know.
Yeah, she getting there.
Yeah. She in her 30s.
Yeah, a lot of people was trying to discredit her. It was well, from what I seen, it was mostly Caitlyn fans discrediting her because she made the Olympic team, and they
Oh
said
shoot, we got people on in the back chat bringing up some people. I don't get
right.
what's happening. What's happening?
What's up with y'all,
Hey
man?
y'all, hi. Morning, y'all. Morning. How y'all
What
doing?
y'all up to, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you real low.
Damn.
Yeah, let me check.
How y'all doing? How y'all
Oh,
doing?
Good, good afternoon, y'all. What's going on? What's going on?
Good afternoon
Chilling,
to us on the
chilling.
East Coast. Good morning to those on the West Coast or the
Raha
Central.
finally joining. Raha
I
finally in the
just,
building.
yeah,
I ain't
I
even
texted
know.
him.
Hey, outside they said a word.
I
They
put
We
it.
said
I
a
be
word.
putting it in the chat.
Do
But
you?
we be watching the games. We be watching the games. We be watching the games together.
right.
And you don't be nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. But last night, everybody want to show up, to watch
Right.
all the games last night, which is understandable. That's what we here for football. But there's other sports in the world too.
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
cover all sports because sometimes the fandom can get overbearing.
Oh yeah.
But women basketball, we talking about the playoffs. Y'all been keeping up?
Absolutely. Raha, what you got going on? Who you got in the finals? What's going on? Who you got going? Who you got taking the blood?
We don't want to go that far yet. We're gonna talk about the seasons and
The
not take
matchup?
away from the season so far.
Okay. Just a second.
Yeah.
That sound like Shy. That's Shy.
That
It
Yeah,
is
that's
shy.
is.
Yeah.
shy.
Oh, okay then. Man, look at her. She sounds so much clearer.
and you don't.
Oh,
Do I not? I don't sound good.
You don't sound clear. You sound like you still in the bed.
No, no, I'm moving around. Hey, honestly, I did just get up like 5 minutes ago.
oh,
Right.
that they was
Yeah, you can
calling
Still
for your
hear
laying
it.
down
name.
too.
But yeah, we were just talking
But
about all the attention that women's sports got this year. Like we're talking about how the season went and how we feel about it. So how y'all feel about the season?
I don't like how they covered it, especially on ESPN, except for the women.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
like
agree.
first take how they covered it and all that. I just if you don't know,
I feel you.
sometimes it's just best to fall back.
It was disrespectful. It was almost like they didn't do a just do by researching before they start talking about it.
I
But
agree.
why not just have the women up like how I got the women up here? Why didn't they have the women talk about it?
Well, they did, but
They tried.
the women up there, I don't know. They just, I feel like they lack
Try to keep their
knowledge.
jobs.
Yeah, it's like they just kissing, y'all, you know what? up
Oh,
to
okay,
them
okay,
because
okay,
it's
okay.
like
I kind of got that too. It kind of got that too. They just kind of fit in at the same
Mhm.
time of trying to speak what they know.
the
Mhm.
only
But
person who really did something was Monica McNutt,
Monica.
and
Yeah.
she got attacked for it. Well, not by majority of us, but a good portion of people, attacked her, saying that she didn't know what she was talking about and that she was hating and all that type of stuff. But to me, she was the realest one on there. She called out Stephen A. Smith for not
Mhm.
doing a good job covering women's sports, that he lacked knowledge, which he does. And him talking every time I see him on First Take talking about women's sports, that man don't know what he talking about. Him and Shannon Sharp. And then you got Andrea Carter up there. She's mostly the one that focuses on covering it.
Yeah.
And like I said, she's just too nice to me. She lacks knowledge. She just kiss his face. She don't. Yeah. So
they're not using ex players.
no,
I
They're
mean,
just using a woman's face.
she didn't make it to the W, but she played. Monica played before.
Monica
Team
played. Yeah.
played. It was like, even though they played, it was like they tried to discredit anything they said. So kind of like push their
Mm,
own narrative.
Yeah. Like
mm.
like the other day, with Asia Wilson winning MVP and stuff. The next day we was talking about Caitlyn and all her accomplishments and stuff, which does
Yeah.
need to be celebrated. It does. I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but why are we talking about one person when we got
All
a
these other
couple
people.
people, all the other
Nafisa
people
Oh my
around?
Kyler
goodness.
going for 38. Why they didn't even talk
Oh
about her
my
They
at
didn't even
all?
talk
goodness.
about that. She
That
had
girl. Hey,
38,
hey,
38
Rawhide,
the
you
first
seen
game.
that girl they just mentioned, Collier?
Talk to me
She,
about it.
Oh my
ooh,
Played for
God, boy.
Minnesota.
she plays for
She a
Minnesota Lynx.
hooper. She a hooper.
Yeah, Nafisa Collier is that girl. She played for UConn, won a championship over there. Came in here, she won Rookie of the Year. She just recently won Defensive Player of the Year. They just announced it a couple days ago, and then they re-announced it this morning. Scored 38 points in the first playoff series. Then scored 41 the other night, like
Hey, she a
back to
hooper.
back.
She hooping then.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
she
very
hooping.
I
efficient. She
actually.
doesn't take bad shots, in my opinion. You know.
You
Hmm.
think she take back shots?
No, I said she doesn't
She
take bad
doesn't.
shots, and she's
Oh,
very
okay.
efficient.
Everything looked so clean when she
Yes,
played.
she
Like
she
she
has
Hmm.
to
the
me, I
fundamentals
like her
of
better than Asia. I ain't even
basketball.
gonna lie. And
Absolutely,
I thought Asia was a beast.
she's dominant.
If she's
Whoa,
very
whoa,
dominant.
whoa!
She
Wait a minute. What
actually.
we doing? What we doing now?
Hold on, hold on. She actually
You
gave.
gotta watch this girl,
Yeah,
right? This girl is a hooper.
yeah.
Better than
Oh
Asia
yeah.
though.
I wouldn't say
Bro,
better than
watch
She has
Asia,
she
but she
watch
sets the
the
gave
tape,
floor.
bro.
Asia. Yeah, she
Asia
gave
is more
Asia.
of a mid-range elite player. Blocking
Okay,
shots,
Asia
within the
is a
paint.
low post player, and she like a tall too, but she a forward.
Yeah, she's only six
She
one.
spreads that floor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like she's only 6'1", and then y'all know, and in her position, she's going against you know people taller than her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So for her to be this efficient, for her to be doing what she's
You know
doing,
what she like? She like Paul Pierce, bro.
hop it.
But probably smoother than Paul. Well, I don't know.
Mm.
I think she more like a Paul Pierce type
Jen
player, bro.
J. Jen J said, "Hey Jen J." She said she should have won MVP over Asia. She was close.
Absolutely.
She was
Well,
Hey,
close.
I think what hurt
you
her
see
was
what
she
I'm
got
saying?
hurt and she
She's
didn't
Rawhide.
play.
She that good. She that good, Rawhide. You can watch that girl
Yeah,
play.
like a lot of people were saying. A lot of people. I mean, I love Asia, I really do. But a lot of people
Hmm.
said it shouldn't have been unanimous because
Hmm.
Nafisa was dang near doing the same numbers at her. But the thing
Yeah.
about Nafisa, she did get injured, so a couple
Hmm.
games she was off, and some
Yeah, I
games
think
she
she
did
missed
a
like
little
3 games or
bad. But
something. Hmm.
if we're talking about somebody who was giving Asia a run for her money, it was Nafisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rawhide.
I
She.
wouldn't
I
be
actually thought
surprised.
she was gonna win
I ain't
MVP. I mean,
bashing.
even though
I don't.
I like Asia. Don't get me wrong. She puts up crazy numbers, but it's just Asia. With Fee, she gets her whole team involved. It's not like she's just chucking up shots just to be chucking them up. And I feel like
Yeah, she
sometimes
don't look
Asia
like
has
it's
to
out.
do
She
it by
don't look like she
herself.
ever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. To me, she don't ever look like she out of the rhythm of the game. It's not like, oh, we doing a desperate. I need to get a shot. It
Right.
just looked like smooth.
Her
I
footwork
was
is
like, man,
elite. She is
Mm-hmm.
take you
I
off the
can't believe
dribble.
y'all
She
this
goes.
disrespectful.
No, I'm not. I'm not
no,
trying to say that. I'm
I'm
just
a Asia
saying.
fan.
Yes, absolutely. She
I think
deserves
it's just I think
everything.
it's you think y'all think it got something to do with the market,
Well,
like the WNBA. I mean, like the
What?
NBA
mm,
compared to the NBA. Just like how they say if you in certain markets, it's not
well, I
that
don't
Hey,
know.
that
I
Ellen.
exposure.
think I think Fee is just she's not like a flashy player, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
she
maybe
not.
that kind of like versus like Asia. I'm not saying Asia's flashy either, but like she stands out a little bit more than Fee.
Yeah, she humble. She real humble.
Very. And I think what also helped Asia is also, if we talk about marketing, we can also talk about her connection with, a couple NBA players, especially the one she's dating right now. That also helped her out and introduced a lot of NBA fans to her also. So you do have that. And, she was putting up crazy numbers. She really was. But if you
But
really watch the
Minnesota, I
Aces,
think it's the Minnesota thing. I really think it's Minnesota. That's who she played for.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Dame
I'm
was
looking
on
at
the
it
Minnesota.
now.
Lakers at her time.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it now. Y'all think she better than Asia though?
Well, what we're saying is
Man,
that she's not
you
a
gotta watch
flashy
the
player, but she
game.
has all the
You
fundamentals
gotta watch the
regarding
game, bro.
basketball. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should watch.
Mm.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You gotta watch the
But she looks
game, bro.
smooth. I'm sitting here watching. So she's smooth and everything. But better. Look, y'all a lot more mature on the game than me. But I
Yeah.
thought Asia Wilson was LeBron James this year.
Oh, for sure. I
That's
mean,
what I say. She more of a like a more forceful player. She played more under the basket. Afisa play on the perimeter more.
yeah, like
And she
Genji
played
said.
and she played
Um,
defense. I think she moves well
Mm.
without the ball.
They play tonight,
Yes,
7:30.
sir. Yes,
yeah, they
sir.
do. The Aces. Yeah, that's why we got on right now because the Aces play in like
3:30.
2 hours. They on the West Coast. They got to start early. And
So who
then
y'all got
tonight
in the
you
game?
see the Suns and the Lynx. So watch her game tonight, and then you let us know how you feel. But we're not saying she better, but like Jen J said in the chat, she's just more well rounded. Nafisa can play all positions. That's how she was taught. That she's always done since UConn days. Asia, I don't think Asia can play all positions. I just being so honest with you. Asia, I think can only play the 4 and 5. Maybe you can argue a 3, but
Mm.
that's all I see.
Mm. I heard that. So who y'all got winning this game last? Or am I moving too long, too fast? Who
No,
y'all
you're
got?
not moving too fast. We was gonna get along. We was gonna say what we seen so far. Oh, the next one we was gonna go to is how you like the playoffs so far. Were you disappointed by any losses?
Um, I think the playoffs is the first round was really good. All the top seeds swept everyone. I have a feeling I'm pretty sure they're gonna change that. Just what I've been seeing and y'all know from on Twitter. I've been on women's hoops Twitter and I just been seeing a lot of people upset that Caitlyn didn't get to play in Indiana.
You
You
what?
know,
I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna ask to see if the question would go there, but I wasn't gonna go there. So
I'm willing
you
to
think
go
it's
there.
because
Season
they
over.
was wanted to play, they wanted to see Caitlyn win. I mean, lose one more game because that's all she was gonna do is lose another game and
I
still
don't
be
know
out.
if they was gonna lose. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have a
Or
feeling
or
they're
oh, or she would have been able to play a game on her home court. That's what she would have got.
um I think they rather her lose in a 5 game series than a 3 game series.
But
If
that's what
she's
I'm
gonna
saying. She
lose,
would
they
have just.
rather her lose at home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she would have just played the game at home and lost and not had to travel. Okay.
That's what they would have
Cause she
preferred.
wasn't gonna win. They wasn't winning at all. They wasn't winning no
I
game.
mean, I don't see them winning, no. But like I'm saying, I just feel like people would have been a lot more content if they had to play it at home. So
But I think a 3 game sweep is worse than a 2 game sweep. I think that hurt more
for sure. Well, it
as
wouldn't
a
be
fan.
a 3 game sweep. It would be they would have to have won the second game in Connecticut for them to go to Indiana.
That's what I'm saying. If it was
Yeah.
a 5 game series, they if it's 5 games, if you win 2 games, I thought you said I was saying if it's a 5 game series,
Yeah. So, oh
get
no.
swept
Okay. Yeah. So
three
it's a
with
five
swept.
game.
Yeah,
4-0. No, not even
no
4.
three
It's
oh
3. It's 3.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. So I say a 3 game sweep hurt more than a 2 game sweep because you could be like, it was 2 games. We had 2 bad games back to back, but you had 3 games back to back. Oh, I think that hurt more.
That would hurt. But see, my dad said what he said. What they should have done is if they're gonna do it, they can keep the 3 game. What they should have done was Connecticut first game, Indiana the second game, and then Connecticut the last game. Instead of doing Connecticut back to back or like the top seed back to back, which I guess makes sense. That wouldn't be too bad. But I don't know. I think that format is gonna change, so don't be surprised when it does. But as far as the players, I think the first round was really, very good. Connecticut and Fever was good. That first game, I was expecting Fever to do better than that. I didn't did I expect Fever to win the first game? No. I'm
Oh,
just
Ella V
saying.
in the
Um,
house.
no,
Hey, Ella.
I don't think that. No, 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 no. If you watch them all year, like obviously I watched them all year, they had no defense. Now
Oh,
sometimes
oh,
they
well, yeah.
would like show flashes here and there, but the facts remain the same. Caitlyn does not play defense, and she has to get help side defense from her teammates. And when they do that, it leaves other people open, and they be getting cooked all fucking night. So no, I don't believe they would have made it at all if they had to continue to hide Caitlyn around the perimeter or anything like that. She don't play no defense. They don't have no perimeter defense. Kelsey hardly plays defense. So no, I don't see them
I
going
was just
far.
about to say that.
I don't
Caitlyn
see them going
and
far.
yeah, Kelsey, her defense ain't good either. She just fast.
Your best two scorers don't play defense. So how,
Nope.
how does that work?
Don't say they
Uh,
don't play defense. They're not
They don't play
as good. They're
man.
not as
they're
good
not.
at defense.
They're not good at
CC does
defense, bro.
not play no damn defense.
They're not
They
good
don't.
defenders. Let's say that. Let's say they're not good
I seen
defenders.
how
They
bad
try. I
Kelsey's
see them try.
defense was. I seen how bad Kelsey's defense was really was when they played Chicago and Kennedy Carter, which is cooking her. I mean, Kennedy Carter cooks everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
yeah,
get me
yeah, yeah.
wrong, but Kelsey looked like a deer in in headlights. Like she was looking.
But you know
But
what?
she's
When
I would
also
give
a
Kelsey
smaller. She's
this.
also a smaller person though.
She is a small person, but I will give what's her name, Kelsey. She does try to play defense. I like CC, but she don't get no effort, man. She don't unless you're trying to block the damn shot and take it up the damn
Mm.
court. She don't play. She just don't. She don't like to play fucking defense. She don't like physicality. That's not her thing, and it's okay to
Mm.
admit that.
it's
It's not.
okay, yeah, you can argue. She like I think Rose Cran said she like a Austin Reeves, good on offense, not good on defense, or like a Luca, good on offense, not good on defense.
Yeah, see,
But
not good at defense is different than saying they don't play defense at all.
well,
Like
I mean,
like a old James Harden, I would say. The other, I would say a few years ago, James Harden. Yeah, I would probably put him in that category.
yeah,
Don't play D, but
yeah, and
I think they be trying. They
I mean,
just they just not good at it.
you can't argue they tried, they just don't do it well, and that's
Right.
okay. She has the off season to work on it. She does know that her defense is not good. She mentioned that in several interviews. I'm
Who we
sure
talking
she'll
about?
get CC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure she'll I don't know if she's gonna be like elite, but I'm sure she'll do something about it if she gets in the lab with the right person. But as far as Fever,
Y'all know y'all hard on people, boy. Y'all hard on folks.
what you mean, Raha?
Who?
What you mean we
What you
hard?
got? What you got for us, Rohit?
No, I'm
How you
just
feel
saying
about
though,
Fever? How
Caitlin
you feel
Clark,
about
she
the
gotta
Fever?
get back in the lab with her.
But no, I just said to work on the stuff that she's not good on. That don't mean she's totally bad. I mean, I think CC. got the game now. I think she understands now. I think she good at it, but it's not like I feel like every player knows that there's still that little tiny thing that you still need to work on. But I think as far as completion, she's almost there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's gonna have to show me because I
Yeah.
mean she ain't showed it in her whole career. So I mean I would like for her to do that, but I just don't see her doing it.
Okay, what would you like her to improve on?
Her perimeter defense. She plays around the perimeter, so I need her to get better on her perimeter defense. And I don't want her to come off screens a lot of the times just to get her shot off. I want her to be able to just create her own shot.
Dang, you don't like Steph Curry then?
He all
Hold
right.
up now.
Oh,
Steph
wait a
Curry can
minute.
create his own shot now. We're not doing that today.
Don't do that,
Wait,
Raw.
don't do that, Rob.
Don't do that.
Another thing I want CC to work on is her mid range.
Yeah.
It's bro how does Steph Curry hater? How come you hate Steph Curry?
Huh? Do what now?
Why you hating on Steph Curry?
I thought Raw, yeah, I don't think Raw likes Steph. I don't think he
Nah,
does.
he's okay. He's okay. He's a good
He's
player.
okay. Oh, sure,
Oh, here he go.
sure. You
Oh
didn't
no,
see his performance in
Right.
the Olympics?
he's one of the best players to ever do it.
Okay, thank you.
One
I
Who?
of the
appreciate
best
it.
to ever do it. Now it's like
Yeah, I didn't say he
200,
was the
200
greatest.
of them.
Oh, we
I
ain't
didn't say he was the
getting
greatest.
greatest is a
He
stretch.
top 75.
Top 75, okay. I can do that.
Now I want to raw how to say it.
He real quiet. He real quiet.
No.
But
All right, back to women's basketball. Let's.
but Shy, how you feel like Fever gonna do in the future? So Melissa Smith was one of their she was in the start and they removed her late in the year, but she revealed that she not coming back.
Hmm. She
So
just didn't fit the system. You
that's
know,
what I said.
she didn't
And
fit the system. You can definitely tell she didn't fit. I mean, a lot of them to me really didn't fit it. She
oop, you cut off. But I agree. I think with Melissa Smith, people trying to make it seem like she was trash and this and that, yada yada
no.
yada. Like the Melissa Smith I know ain't trash. I
She was
mean,
the
the
number
Melissa
two pick in
Smith,
the draft for a reason. You
the
know.
Melissa Smith that led Baylor to a championship game. What Melissa Smith we talking about here? The Melissa
Yeah.
Smith that was dropping 15 to 20 points a night, almost won Rookie of the Year. Melissa Smith, like what? Trash.
No,
Trash ain't even in her
I don't think.
vocabulary.
No, I just think when you're like mentally out of it, everything else is just like fuck it. I know I'm leaving anyway, so why am I even giving any effort?
I think she.
Taking me out of the lineup,
Right,
throwing me off my game. It's like I'm ready to be the fuck up out of here. Put me on the bench at this point.
and that's what they did because she only got 8 minutes of playing time both playoff games. So
And honestly, I think that kind of hurt them putting her on the bench.
Um, I think it did too, because I feel like she could have contributed. Because they put what her name is Temmie in the forward, the black one, the one that was supposed to replace her, and I don't think she did good.
No, she's not. I don't know why people kept on calling for her. Yeah, I think she can do stuff here and there, but she doesn't do anything for them offensively. So I don't know. I would rather put Melissa there. That way she can help. Um, what's her name? I forgot her name just that quick. Aaliyah Boston. Because if you looked at Leah, she was fucking gassed in the paint because she had no fucking help. Now
Uh-uh.
she did
You,
do better the second game, but
oh, shy. You
Yeah,
say
it
she
keeps
did do
cutting off.
better. I would say, wait, one thing I didn't realize about, man, what was the name she just said?
Aaliyah
The Lee
Boston.
Boston.
Boston. Yeah,
Mhm.
one thing I realized with Boston, I was like, I think if all of them could get to the point, or some of the heavier players, if they can get to the point where they could run 2 miles a day or
Hmm.
1 mile, y'all know you work towards that. I think it would give them
But it's just
better
it's just
stamina.
different because if you go from playing one style and then the next year you come in and playing a whole different style of basketball, that can throw you off as well. I don't think they
Yeah,
walked into the
nah, I don't
season
think it's
thinking that
like
they were going to play in transition the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with playing in transition, but Cece likes to play in transition pretty much all the time. And maybe her black people ain't, let me just we ain't gonna be running up and down the court like that all the time. We ain't got time for that. I'm just saying, we tired as hell, girl. Come on, we gonna have to do some half court shit. I mean, anybody got time to be sprinting
yeah,
back
I mean
and
you
forth all
gotta
damn time?
especially in the playoffs, you're gonna
That's
have to
not
have
gonna
a half
work.
court game. You gotta have a
Yeah,
half court game.
that's not gonna work. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, they'll fix it, but I mean, she likes to sprint. We, I, well, black parents like to sprint all the time. I'm just saying, we ain't
Yeah.
finna be doing that. I'm not finna be doing
But yeah, as far as that team, they're gonna be good. I think they're gonna bring in some new people,
that.
probably
Hopefully.
keep some people. Hopefully, yeah. They're gonna bring in some new people, and it's gonna be a very strong playoff contending team. This is the first time they made the playoffs since 2016, and I remember that
Mm-hmm.
2015 Fever team. They was really good, So I'm happy the team is now,
In a
doing
great
way
spot.
better.
Yeah.
Finally, in the playoffs because it's been a long time coming. But yeah, I said in the beginning that they weren't a bad team. Everybody tried to tell me they were horrible. CC, they got to get out of there. They need to trade Aaliyah, and everybody wanted that. Da, da, da. And I try to tell y'all, this team is actually a playoff contending team, like one of the top teams in the league. And
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
nobody
remember you
wanted
saying
to.
that at the beginning of the season when they was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like 8-0.
I
You was
said they're
like,
gonna
nah,
be
they
good.
actually had a good team. I
Oh,
think
and 8.
Rawhide was disappointed in Aaliyah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I
yeah,
was
Yeah.
disappointed in Leah.
I think it was just because she didn't play any like off season basketball. I mean, she did
Were you able to
broadcasting,
catch up
you
with her
know.
though? Were you able to catch up with her later on in the season? Did you or were you
No, I saw her
impressed?
turn it on a little bit
Okay, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, she
yeah.
went through the down. I think we talked about it for a quick second, you know what I'm saying, which was way back, but I still think you need more out of it though.
Oh yeah, I think so too. That's why I say I think the what you need out of her, well, and I think Nicole kind of covered it as well as far as changing the style that they played in. That they
Mhm.
always been running back and forth
Mhm.
Hmm.
because you could be running down the court, make a turnover, and then the ball going the other way. You got to turn back around.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna be gassed.
I think
But
maybe she could work on her feet work because I think she's always traveling. Maybe she could get that. Maybe she could work on that in the off season. I mean, who am I to say what the fuck she need to work on? But I mean, I'm just saying she's always traveling.
she can work on her
Always.
defense too. I feel like she can be very sloppy on defense to the point where she starts fouling like crazy.
yeah, I think that have stuff to do. That have what to do with feet work too, because your
Yeah.
feet work just not on the offensive side. If you're using your hands instead of your feet, it's gonna get you in trouble every time. You gotta
But
move
see,
your feet.
I like Melissa's feet work. The problem is with Melissa is that she would be in the right position and Cece wouldn't give her the ball in her spot. So she has to dribble to get to her spot. And also she would give her the ball with like 5 seconds on the fucking clock and she has to rush her shot. So that a lot of times she's missed those shots because she's not.
Yeah, and that's not her point. That's not her place. Sometimes I'll
I
be seeing Alyssa playing a three, and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't her spot.
That's sometimes look at the women's game and I'm like spacing sometimes is just be off. Like I'll see somebody just run into somebody's space and bring a defender with them, and it's like, why are you bringing a defender over there? They trying to create a play, and you hampering their ability to make a play.
Right, right.
So I think that's a lot of I think I see that a lot, and I'm like, y'all even know what's going on sometimes. But
Right.
they
So
do that
you
they
don't
do
like their
that in the
floor
men's
spacing?
game too. Huh?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the floor spacing sometimes be bad. And a lot of times, especially like when people get tired and they just move in, and sometimes they'll just move right into the space to where they have a key player, well, from what I've seen, the playmaker of the team with the ball, and they'll bring an extra defender over to where the player is, or they won't cut to the basket. A little.
Jen J
My
said
bad.
that
I
she
got a
says
message. I gotta.
The
Mhm.
Aces
Mhm.
are excellent at bad floor spacing. LOL.
I see that
Um,
a lot with them, but when they decide to turn on that defense,
Yeah,
what?
that's what's been helping them. But I do want to say about CC, like even if they bring in some players in free agency that can play defense, do you still think if she comes in next year still not playing defense, do you still think that kind of hinders their team on being able to make it to the next level in the playoffs?
Not really. Not necessarily. Well, one thing Fever does is they put CC on one of the weakest players. So I feel like they're gonna find a way to help her out or get her some help on defense because they know that she's not good. But my thing is doing it like that ain't gonna work all the time because they put her on the weakest players. The one they thought was the weakest for the Suns was on Marina. They put her on Marina and she got cooked. I mean, Marina Mabry dropped 27. Marina Mabry
Yeah,
ain't never
every
dropped
guard.
27
Yeah,
all
hey,
no, every
season.
guard
that
always put up 20+ points when they guarding
that
CC.
girl is nice.
She
That
is
girl is
nice.
nice.
She is very
She's just
nice.
Marina
inconsistent.
is nice, boy.
She's just
You
inconsistent.
know,
Hey,
That's
she,
all.
yeah, very
yeah,
inconsistent.
I guess because she's a shooter.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
streaky.
shooting. Yes,
Yeah,
she's shooter.
her
Yeah.
defense ain't really good either. When I saw her guarding Cece, I was like, why? You know, at one point I was just like, why? Because her defense ain't good, but she actually held her own. So
Her
Marina
swing.
good with me. Marina good with me, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna probably keep that up. And we'll just have to see if it works.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will. But hey, I feel like Fever is gonna be they're in good hands. They're gonna be good for the next couple of years. Eventually they'll win a championship. I heard people say just give it to them. No, they just gotta win it slowly. It takes time. But I want to move on and talk about the teams that didn't make the playoffs real quick,
Okay.
because
Yep.
the teams like Sparks, Los Angeles
Mhm.
Sparks, the Dallas Wings, the Mystics, and Chicago. How you feel about all those teams? Like how y'all feel like they did, even though they didn't make the playoffs. Like, what do you guys think they should improve on to eventually get there next year? Oh, yeah.
Let me be
Yeah, I know we're
honest.
gonna talk about Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep,
what I was
yeah,
gonna
we can
say.
talk about Chicago
Yeah.
since Chicago is like the team we
Hot
watch the
topic.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaw, you can go first because I got a lot to say about them. Child.
Oh, child. They in a train wreck right now, man. They're a
Mm,
horrible organization. Chicago, period. Organizations, football, basketball, shit, all of that is horrible in the organization.
trash.
And I think what they did was wrong. I think if Teaspoon would have walked in there knowing that she would have only had less than a year to turn around that fucking damn roster of hers.
What happened?
What happened?
Outside
Did
of
she
Eh,
go out again?
Did I go out again?
Yeah, you did. Are you
What
outside?
the hell? No, I don't know why I keep going out.
Oh,
But I think them trading Mabry in the middle of the fucking season hurt them very bad.
mm-hmm.
And I think once they traded her, I don't think that winning was the game plan per
Yeah.
se. I think they wanted her to tank, and I don't
Oh, yeah, her thing going off back and forth. But
Hey,
know.
how do they get the draft picks? If y'all don't mind me asking.
they
Um,
get
Are
some
they?
lottery.
It's like
lottery.
the NBA.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
What
Yeah,
can
is
hear
we
you.
yeah
going
We
we
can hear
can
on?
you.
yeah.
It's just like you start cooking and then it just cut off.
Oh my gosh.
You know what they say to me when they do that to me? I'm just saying.
He said how bad internet is stuff. Shit,
Yeah.
I don't
Nah.
know what's going on.
But hold on, I'll say this about Chicago. Because Chicago was one of the teams I paid attention to this season. Obviously, to support my SEC girls, Camilla and Angel. And plus, I honestly wanted to see what they do this year because I was a big fan of that Chicago 2021 team led
Yeah.
by Candace Parker, and they won their first championship. But like I said, the like Shai said, the organization is very trash. I mean, that organization has had 5 coaches since COVID. I mean, they've had players wanting to leave this didn't want to play for them. Gabby Williams, the girl who came from the France national team, she said that that organization did her dirty, and multiple players have said that. So that the Chicago organization is led by some very very bad people.
On
But
top
I
of them
will
not
say,
having a facility at that.
and there that too. I mean, they're building one, but that took a long time.
Girl, I heard they putting a pause on that now.
I heard that. I heard that too. I did.
That shit crazy.
Which is insane. But I will say this about Chicago. They exceeded expectations. Like I said, I we had the team was projected to be dead last in the league. They were supposed to be 12, and I think they finished what 10th, ninth spot. One of those two. They finished 10th. Um, they did good, but I feel bad for Teaspoon because they just hired her in October, and now she's gone. She did what she could with what she had. She
Yeah.
didn't they gave her this team. The only thing she had a hand in was getting Kennedy Carter, Angel, and Camilla. That's the only thing she got a hold of. Everyone else they gave her to her. They gave them to her. She had no choice. She didn't have a say in what they gave her. So I think she did good with what she had. Um Chicago definitely did good in the first half. They were a very good team, even though they had me cussing at their TV, and screaming and stuff. I feel like they could have done something. They could have got that 8 seed. Trading Marina chose to leave, but everyone knows the organization can choose to say no.
Right.
So I don't know if they thought that they was gonna get something good in return with Mariah Jefferson and Rachel Banham, which I
I don't
think
think they did.
I,
I thought like once they traded her, they was like, okay, she's helping us move along through the season. If we trade her off, that can prolong.
But here's the thing with that though, like I think they said with the trade they got two picks. They got a swap pick with Connecticut and they got a late first round pick. So I think with that trade they're looking towards the future, with what what they can get from the draft in the near future. I think that's what they were looking towards when they saw this trade. That's my opinion.
Nobody wants to lose fucking games, right? You have three competitors coming from the SEC. They won championships. Camilla won two. Do you think they're gonna come into the W and just want to lose fucking games just because y'all want to tank to get draft picks? No.
Well, I think it's stupid, but
But you know how them business people, they don't think like basketball.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think they're just
It's just
looking towards the
horrible.
future. They're just rebuilding, is what they like to say. But
Whatever rebuild they thought they was gonna have, I hope nobody decides to come in the off season. I hope everybody, Angel, Camille, they can request a trade and they can end up with no goddamn nobody over there in Chicago. Then they can just shut the whole organization down because they're a hot piece of trash.
nah, they just need to fire the higher ups. But I think with Chicago, I don't think they're gonna get anybody in the off season. It's gonna be real difficult because I don't see Dana and AZ coming back. They can go for all I care. Go overseas. Bye. Y'all not welcome back in the league, as far as I know. Bree Turner, she can go. Diamond the Shields, thank you for your service. You can go. Lindsay Allen, you can go. Thank you for your service. Yeah, that whole team got to go, but Angel, Camilla, Kennedy, and then Rachel and Mariah Jefferson are stuck with us. But Kayla, I don't know what she finna do. She says she not playing basketball in the offseason, so she don't know what she doing. But I think she can stay. But as far as that, everybody else can go. They need to figure it out. They do got a top 5 pick in the draft next year. They do have lottery picks they can choose from. I think Chicago will be good, but since Teaspoon is gone now, I don't know how that's gonna look like. Because with her being gone, they definitely lost that locker room. Because Angel Angel had a long message talking about how she's heartbroken with this firing. We see what Kennedy Carter, she talks about how she's forever grateful for Teaspoon. I'm sure Camilla's also heartbroken, but Camilla, she'd be quiet. I don't know what everyone else has to say. I don't care what they have to say. But Chicago really had a chance to do something, next year and in the near future. Now they got to start all over with the new coach and new opinions and new rotations and new this and new that. On top of that, with new people, it's gonna be real difficult for them. And then on top of that, they expected from the message they gave out about Teaspoon, they expected her to be a the team to be a championship contending.
Crazy.
How you supposed to expect that? And
Crazy.
you had two rookies leading the team.
Right.
One, you had
With no
your leading
veteranship.
your leading scorer was somebody who was out the league last year. Like, what? How'd you expect it to be a championship team? Then, first of all, you had all these injuries. Camilla was injured in the beginning of the half. E. Will went down for the rest of the season. You had that big trade. You had Kennedy, who was out sick for a couple games. Angel went down the last couple of games. How do you expect to be championship? And everything just went to pure
Delusional.
chaos.
Delusional.
Like, and then on top of that, the locker room situation with
Oh my God.
Dana and Izzy, and then how a lot of them just with the whole fan bases and how
Yeah.
they was getting all this internet hate and all that type of stuff. You had players not getting along. You had Dana, who I believe was jealous of the rookies,
Mm-hmm.
taking her starting position and not passing the ball to them, not
Yep.
playing like a team, not playing like a vet. You had Izzy that didn't know what the frick she was doing. You
Just
had these
get along, get
veterans.
along.
It's just it was just toxic environment, injuries. How do you expect to be a championship contending team, and then that's when everything just went to shreds.
But you know what, Nicole? I feel like that situation happens all over the W, which is why they haven't been able to move the needle because you have these rookies come in, they're really good, they're outperforming the vets that's been in the league for a very long time. They catch an attitude or they get jealous. You know how black people is, not all of them, but petty and jealous.
Well, and then they're gonna blame it on
Yeah.
women though with the jealousy and all that type of stuff. But the W has a history of not, playing
They did
rookies.
Kennedy bad when she was in Atlanta. Kennedy came in cooking shit. Her and Courtney Williams got into it because that was so called Courtney's team. And Kennedy like shit, y'all not doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing, and I'm out here outperforming y'all, and that causes an issue as well. So I think maybe when it looks like they're trying to go young in the W, which I think can be good. Get some of these veterans who's been in the league who's not playing up to par. They need to just go ahead and retire.
So you think like the Diana Taurasi's, the Dewana Bonners, the Chelsea Grays, you think that they can go ahead and retire, and then we just gotta it's just gonna be a young league from now on? What y'all think, Rahad Outsider?
Well, hold on, wait. I was waiting y'all about that. I
My
don't like old
bad.
girl getting fired. My fault. I don't mean to take it back, but I was just waiting. I don't think old girl should have been fired, but I think a bigger difference for the team is that Angel Reese, she gonna have to learn how to hit a mid range jumper.
Well, yeah, but and she's gonna do that in the off season. But why fire a coach in her first year in a rebuilding stage and not give her another year to
Show what you
not
can
give her
do.
grace another year when Angel gets better, Camilla gets better, when Kennedy gets starts cooking, from day one, when they get a better team, free agency and good rookies from the draft. Like, why not wait to then when all the pieces are coming together? Why not wait then to to see how she does before firing her? That's my thing. Because we know Angel got to work on efficiency and making her layups and developing the mid range and her footwork and her patience around the rim. And then
Yeah.
Camilla needs to work on her footwork as well and her
But what about them
aggressiveness.
damn vets? What the hell they need to work on? Shit.
And we know Kennedy great. Kennedy who needs to work on her, her attitude, not
Yeah.
not try to be a hothead and, learn to stay calm and humble and, do what you gotta do and just play. But you can't do that. Like, you gotta give them some time to do that though.
Hmm.
They didn't give her no time. The lady, it ain't even been a year. October, what? October is what? Starts on
Hmm.
Tuesday. She just got hired last October. They
Yeah,
ain't
I
giving
mean,
no
I,
time.
I agree with all. I agree with all of that. I'm just saying though, if Angel Reese had hit a jump shot, she probably would have kept a job.
You
I
sound like
don't
Rose
think so.
crying.
I don't necessarily think so. I just think these veterans, I'm sorry to keep saying that, but they're so used to them being the number one. They get to start every fucking night. You don't get to play rookies. That's not a part of the damn script. They don't get to play. They sit on the fucking bench until their name is called. If
Yeah,
it's called.
we seen that with Nika Mule
Nika Mule, look how
on
long she didn't
shit.
fucking play. She sat on the bench the whole entire fucking year, and then when she did come out, it was only 45 fucking seconds, or maybe even 5 minutes. And even then, she's, it's like it's hard to get a rhythm when you're only coming in.
No, my thing is you can't. You say because if Angel making the jumper, but Angel is the rookie. I expect her to have mistakes in her game and stuff. But my thing is Angel is not the reason they lost all them games. If
No,
you watch
yeah, I ain't
Chicago
saying that. I'm
games,
not saying that.
yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying is that if you watch a lot of the Chicago games, which I did, and I try not to be biased against, if you watch it unbiasedly and you just watch it for just strictly basketball, you can see that the rookies, Angel and Camilla, were probably the main ones that probably kept was the reason why this team actually did as good as they did. Because the vets were just not performing as well. Like it just wasn't. I don't know. These vets just were just trash, just horrible. You can tell that this team had no type of leadership, no type of vets. Like Angel was the leader of this team. Why is a rookie the leader of this team? I don't understand. Why is a rookie telling y'all what
Needs to be
spots y'all need to go to?
right.
Like
Um,
So
I mean, with everything that you said, and I'm gonna kind of I'm kind of throwing you under the bus. I was talking all that time, y'all know, but my
You
mic was muted,
was.
and I
dang.
didn't know my mic was muted. Uh,
I
I'm new to this live streaming thing, but I wanted to throw Nicole under the bus, Rohad, because you don't know this, but Nicole was calling for the lady job too the whole
was.
season, and everything that she's just explained, everything that she just explained, I think justifies the fact that she lost her job.
No,
I never called for her job, but she did lose some of them games due to coaching though, so I can't lie about that.
I don't know if I was calling for her job or the coaching staff had to go, but whoever
Yeah,
was,
it's definitely that coaching staff because
I
they
think that
just
whole staff.
sit there and don't say.
I don't know, man. A lot of these decisions that were being made, especially when it came to like Camilla and Dana getting, too many minutes that she don't need to be getting.
Hmm.
I was definitely, calling on coaching, like, what is y'all doing up there?
Hmm.
So now Teaspoon, I didn't. I wouldn't say I called for a job. I just said that I'm gonna have to ahead and go visit Chicago and talk to her real quick because like I understand you're a rookie coach, but you telling me you can't make a phone call to Don Staley and Kim Mulkey or somebody, Becky,
No,
you
no, they
close
don't
with
say
Becky,
that.
you can't make a call and be like, hey, help me out here, like what? Come on now, because a
It's
lot of these decisions, like they
yeah,
lost a lot of games to coaching, in my
absolutely.
opinion.
Hmm.
Yeah, but everything that you explained, and I wasn't aware of everything that was going on, of
Hmm.
what was going on. But everything you explained, that's coaching issue. The
But we can say the
coach,
same
it's
thing
a
about Chrissy
coach's job.
Side, and
It's a
she had the
coach's
same.
job to come in and create a culture. And if your team is not being a team,
Hmm.
I think it's your job to try to get that together.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I understand that. But if you look here, you got Christy Sides, for example. Last year, Fever
Record.
was also finished 13-27 and was what 10th in the league. Same place Chicago is now, and that was under Christy Sides. Now look now, second year, they went to the freaking playoffs.
Hmm.
You got the Phoenix Mercury coach,
He
that
hot.
guy, he got what bunch of future Hall of Famers on his
Olympians on his
team.
team and losing the way they fucking doing, which is crazy.
And bro, they just been having losing seasons. I mean, well, they make it to the playoffs and don't do nothing.
Especially that
Don't
one in
nothing.
and especially that coach in Washington. Oh my God. How you got all them players over there and you study losing like that? They was always 1 or 2 points away from winning, but I feel like they lost a lot of their games through the coaching too. But they'll never fucking fire him because he's with the coach's son. I mean, the owner's son or some shit.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah, that's a whole nother mess.
whoa.
You could say the same thing about I don't know about the Dallas coach because to
She
me
need to be
personally,
fired too. I don't know what she got
I
going.
don't know how Dallas won all them games and you got Arika and Satu Sabali on your team.
Defense. They don't play on defense either.
They don't play defense. That team is all offense, no defense. But I'm saying is that you got an elite offense like that, and you lost what you 11th in the league.
Hmm.
It's crazy to me. So I just
Hey,
feel
but
like, and then you got Kurt Miller also, who just got fired after 2 seasons. Like, what are we doing here?
so who do she? I know we. My bad. I
Go
have to
ahead.
bring it back.
No,
You
you
But
all
what do
you can
right.
go.
we?
You can go.
What what kind of player does Chicago need to look for?
They
Chicago
need some
needs.
everybody.
They need a lot of things. They need well, the main thing they needed this season was a consistent shooter and a good pure point guard. That's what they needed. Because they had the three, they had the four, they had the five. You can also say they had the two, but Kennedy is not a consistent shooter. She's not a 3 point shooter. She doesn't shoot because due to injuries and stuff. But they needed a consistent shooter and a true point guard. That's what they need mostly.
And I think Teaspoon trying to I understand trying to bring life into your players, but trying to give Dana the opportunity to be that point guard when she didn't see that happening, she should have just went to Jeff and said, "Hey, we need to find somebody that's free agency that's on the off season that's overseas or something to come in to help us." And she didn't do that, or they didn't do that as an organization. They didn't do that.
Yeah, they really needed a floor general, and Dana wasn't it. Marina wasn't it, and that's why she got up out of there. She realized that they were using her wrong, and well, mostly I feel like her main reason was to get a ring. And Connecticut would provide her with that because look, she's in the semifinals now. She started in Chicago, and now she's in the semifinals. So good for her. But
Hmm.
they was using Marina as a floor general also, and that didn't work because we all know she's a shooter. That's it. That's all. So
Catch and shoot.
right. So they didn't have a point guard. They brought in Lindsay Allen. Is not a point guard either. I mean,
No.
Lindsay Allen did somewhat good. She'll give you a good 10 or 15 points, but she didn't know how to pass to Camilla and Angel.
Yeah.
She
And I
she
just didn't
she wasn't.
understand that too. Why the fuck would y'all draft two bigs but don't draft or have anybody in that locker room that can be able to get the ball to the bigs?
They couldn't pass to
Yeah,
the
that
bigs.
was that was
Nothing.
that was that was tough. So you said a coach didn't have a hand in picking, um,
The team, like
but she did have a hand in picking, um, damn.
Angel and Camilla. She chose
Oh,
to
she
draft.
wanted she wanted those two players.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
she had the third pick and then the seventh pick. They had those
So the
two.
G and women's basketball, the GM doesn't do that. That's the coach's job.
I mean,
GM, they
yeah,
work with together side by side. They're all in the room.
Okay, because that's what I was
And
gonna say. Why did they draft two bigs
and
and
not
not
get a
get
point guard.
right
Right.
and not get a
that
point
and
guard or
that's and I
That
think
was
that's
my
whatever?
thing too. And she
yeah.
kept on saying in press conference, "Oh, we have everything we have everything we got." And I'm
No, you don't. You don't have someone that can pass to your bigs. If because I thought when they drafted Angel and Camilla, they had like a true point guard. Or they got, oh yeah, they about to do something. They got a point guard that's about to give Angel and Camilla. Camilla need to see at least 30 touches a game. That didn't
So that
happen.
was, so y'all don't think there was a potential that the point guards that they actually had on the team could have did the job?
No, they
No,
didn't do it. They didn't do it. I mean,
I'm not saying that they. I'm not saying did they not have the potential to do it. Like you couldn't. There wasn't, or they just was already flunkies and they was just trying something.
yeah, I said they were flunkies because they didn't. If we really be honest, since the beginning of the season, they didn't show that they can like utilize their bigs. And I don't know if it's because Camilla has sat out all them games. I don't know what it was, but towards the middle of the season, towards the end, you can just see that when it comes to their passing abilities, it just wasn't good. You can tell that they never, you know, done this before. Like they were just rookies at this when it comes to feeding the post.
Right. Because I don't understand how you have a 6'7" big and then she only has 2 points before the half because they're not passing her the ball. She gets in position, steals her defender, and they won't pass her the ball.
Yeah, that's horrible.
They'll
Six
pass the
seven,
ball.
man.
They'll pass the ball at the fucking backboard before they give it to the bigs.
Ugh, you
That
have
shit
no
pissed me the
idea.
fuck off. Like I don't understand. I don't know if there was like a vet.
I don't know what it was because you don't know how much footage we have of the vets just not passing, either not passing the ball to Camilla and Angel and they're wide open, or just they pass it. There's 3 seconds left on the shot clock, or they do pass it and it's over their heads.
Mm-hmm. Or outsider, think about this. Or when one of the other bigs like Izzy or Michaela come in, all of a sudden they know how to get the ball to them in their right spots. They know how
Oh,
to pass now.
so it was nothing. It was not. It wasn't that.
I
So
mean,
that wasn't the problem. It was the problem wasn't that they weren't no good. It was just that they was beefing.
you
I
can
wouldn't
say
say
that.
beefing. I would just say they iced the rookies out of the offense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a beef. They beefing with them like we don't mess with y'all.
I mean, yeah, you can say that.
But I
There
think
might
that's
be.
what's problem with the league though.
Crazy.
Like what's the problem with playing fundamental basketball and involving everybody in the offense rather than just like, no, you're a rookie. I'm gonna treat you like a rookie. I'm not gonna pass you the fucking ball. That's not gonna win this fucking basketball games.
Well, girl, they're not trying to see
That shit is
another Candace
ridiculous.
Parker situation. They don't want that. I can
That
Why
shit
tell
is
you.
not?
crazy.
Why not?
Nobody wants no big in this league. No veteran in this
Or
league
yeah,
wants a rookie to come in and dominate.
no.
You
Why
can say
not?
that's why they
What
don't
is
like Caitlyn, bro.
what is
Candace
the
Parker.
issue with that? What is the
I
issue
don't
with
know.
somebody
That's our
with somebody
problem.
being
I
good?
I I
That's
don't
our
know.
problem. That's our problem with the lead. It's like, damn, y'all been in the lead so long. Oh, I've been here 11, 12 years. Yeah, but you ain't really did shit to move this needle and you ain't did nothing. What, like Nicole was going to say, why do you think Cece broke all those fucking rookie records? She broke all those records because nobody else fucking play.
Nobody was playing. There's not that. If you look at the history of the league, I remember I seen somewhere on Twitter where when after Cheryl Swoops did on this thing and Cece had dropped 35 points, they said, well, Cheryl Swoops never dropped 35 points
The
as a
points are
rookie,
different back
bro.
in the day.
First, yeah, they were different back in the day, but first of all, Cheryl Swoops wasn't getting all that playing time as a rookie. Let's
Mm-mm.
start there. The rookies are swept under the rug. So when Candace Parker came in her rookie year, which is the same year she won MVP, there was like never again. The vets was like, we not about to let this another rookie come in
So they did
and
not have
dominate.
a rookie of the year. You say she won rookie of the year and MVP?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And
And
people
ever
are saying,
since
well, she
then,
was,
ain't nobody won it since.
yep.
But why would they not want the? Well, I could understand them not winning MVP and rookie of the year because I guess there should be somebody. There should be a vet that has more experience than a rookie that will kind of overshadow them. But a rookie, damn, that's tough. But
Yeah.
why? I don't understand the issue though.
I
Like
I think it's
I
just
see.
pettiness
Do you think the WNBA has that issue with
all across the board.
um just with regular being a women's league and women being women is that's just what it is?
I mean,
Yeah.
Because
WNBA
not
has it.
I'm surprised like in our little community that we have, Rawhide community, that most of y'all, I think basically all of y'all women get along.
I
Yeah.
don't know why we wouldn't.
I
Hmm?
mean, we got to get along because we got to go against y'all. But I'm just kidding. But I don't think it's just
And I
that.
hate that.
I think it just, but it's like that a
you
lot of
don't
places though.
you're not being honest. There's a lot of places that, especially like I done been in a lot of places with women, and then certain women just don't like women, just another woman just because.
Yeah.
And I
And
have a few
I
women
think that's
friends
a
that
lot.
say, "Oh, I don't like to hang around bees and this and that." Like I
And
don't
you
really hang around dudes. I'm surprised I do so much hanging out with dudes on on the
I'm not trying
internet.
to say that, but when you
But
have a lot of black women together constantly in the league like that, you're bound to get some type of jealousy, some type of pettiness, some type of whatever. I mean, it's just going to happen regardless if we wanted it to happen or not. Especially somebody that's a rookie that's coming in playing better than me, and I'm supposed to have the seniority over her to be able to play over her, but they started giving her minutes over me. Now it's gonna be a problem because you fucking, I wouldn't say you fucking with my money, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
But my bad.
oh,
But you
see,
can
we have a
argue.
comment.
Yeah, we
I
do
don't
have a
see.
Comment
comment.
here. This comment here says the Aces will win with the wild card being Tiffany Hayes, Connecticut Suns. The Suns will win with a wild card being Maria.
You ain't lying. You
No,
ain't
but I
Maria.
don't
lying.
think they're gonna win though. So I mean, that's a stretch.
You
I
don't
have to
think the
say,
Connecticut is gonna win?
They're gonna win a few games, but they're not gonna win. Now, what I
No,
think.
I think they're referring to this one game. Can you be clear?
no, he says that I think they're saying that they have a wild card with Tiffany Hayes, the Aces, and that
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut has a wild card with Marina. Like how both of them have impacted the teams to be
No,
better. I don't think he's
I
talking about
agree with
win.
that. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. That's the best
Oh,
thing the Aces could ever done was call Tiffany Hayes because without
yeah.
them, they wouldn't have been in the spot they are in right now.
I agree. And then Marina has definitely contributed a lot to the Connecticut, especially with Ty Harris when she went down and then, performing like that, like the way she did in the playoffs back to back. Yeah, she gets her tens from me. Jen J made a very good point. You gotta factor in the fact that the WNBA is
It's
small.
very small, correct.
So that is very more competitive. There's certain spots. Spots are very limited in the league.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. So they don't want
no.
nobody coming in and taking their spot.
So if I'm a veteran, I can't blame them. There's no way I'm letting the rookie come in and take my spot.
But they
So
I
gotta
that's
have
mean,
to
why
but
give
you
them
still
some
have a
type of
spot.
like
You
minutes,
still
you
have a
know?
spot.
you
Yeah.
can no, but in the league you can get cut any minutes whether you
Oh
rookie
yeah,
or
yeah, for sure.
a vet.
Wave
I
you in the middle of the season. Yeah, that's true.
exactly. So anybody can get waived whether you've been in the league 15 years, whether you've been in the league 2 years. So
That's
So
true.
y'all think
I
people just get cut just because, or because they're not producing?
not
Because
just
just
because.
well
because.
back then,
Go
Back
ahead.
then is yeah, if you were not producing. Because if you're in a team full of a bunch of good players and you're one of the weaker ones and they're looking to get somebody that's at the same level as the other players, as the rest of the team, best believe they will get rid of you and
yeah.
find somebody else that's better. Whether it's overseas, free agency,
hmm
I don't know. They'll find
I
somebody
mean,
else.
look how they did Celeste Taylor. She went from the Fever to the Connecticut Sun. I mean, to the Mercury, and then went over to the Connecticut Sun, and then went back to the Mercury. I mean, it's a mess.
They was passing that girl around like
A
crazy.
joint,
You say
okay?
they were
Like
passing her around.
they so
Yeah, like
was.
she was a blunt. Like that's literally if bro, when I
That's
would
not
get
good.
the messages, I would
Y'all as
say
women, y'all should not be using them terminologies being passed around. Y'all gotta have way more respect than that, man.
Hey man.
That's
Crazy.
not good.
But we saying it in y'all terminology because that's how some of y'all guys be talking. So
Yeah, but we
we, we,
can't.
we
We
trying to
can't do
explain
that.
it in y'all's
Y'all
terms.
women, y'all gotta do better.
Hey
Okay,
man.
we'll keep it classy. We'll keep it classy. But yeah, the league. That's why you see Angel and Caitlyn. The reason they broke all these records is because there's not much rookies to break records from. So
Mm-mm.
kudos to them.
Mm-hmm.
They had an amazing rookie season.
Yes.
Despite everything that's happened, they're gonna be good in the long run. Um, I hope
Yes.
to see more playing time for the rookies that we didn't see. Feely, who's in Minnesota. I
Shadow.
Yeah.
hope. I hope she gets some playing times in the playoff series. Who knows? I don't
Yeah. I
know.
hope she don't get cut, man.
Yeah.
Why would she get
Oh,
cut? You think she's not good? She
She's
not good enough
good,
to get playing time?
she's
Minnesota is
good,
a
but
fucking stacked team.
yeah, you seen them play. You
Yeah,
see
but they
like
could be a stack team. Why they couldn't just stay?
I
That's not
mean
how it works.
yeah.
I
And I
mean,
think
that's not how
I
any
think
of it
that's
works.
the
That's not how
problem
any of
with
it
the
works. Yeah,
league
but
in general.
the best player. But then aren't they
Why do
expanding
you
next
think
year
there's so
too?
many?
I don't know, man. I don't.
They're not expanding next year. They're not
They
adding a team.
yeah, they got another team, but that's only 12 more spots.
No, I would
That's
like to
12 more
see them
spots.
like open
Yeah.
add more spots to their roster, I would like to see them do that.
15. Yeah,
Do the
let's go to
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 would be great.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
15 would
I
be
would like
perfect.
to see that happen. But you
because
have
right
so
Perfect.
many
now,
people that's overseas that are great, that's not playing in the W, that absolutely can outplay the people that's playing in the W right now that making
Wow.
sense.
Wow.
Yes.
why you think? Yeah, Gabby
Wow,
Williams.
shots.
I'm just saying that's how it is. I mean, sometimes it's not how good you play, it's how you fit with the team. And I think they need to change that. Because you
Mm.
may not get along with your
So you say it's more politics than anything.
Oh, for sure,
If you're not in a certain clique or part of this certain clique, you don't have a firm hold in your on your spot
for sure.
because they ice you out. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That fraternity is crazy.
So it's like yeah, it's like
WNBA need to tighten up with that.
yeah,
Y'all women got to do better.
it's like I'm here. I'm just here to support the players, support
yeah.
And
women,
I
support women
want to
hoops.
make this space so women have a louder voice, and I hope more and more women get out here and able to get a louder voice. I think a lot of times what can turn people off, or I could say dudes in particular, speaking for myself, is the sometimes it gets like too emotional
Hmm.
Very.
and not what's in it
But what do you want women to do?
with the expression of getting the message out. Sometimes it sounds like more emotional based than, and I think the message kind of get blurred with that sometimes.
And yeah, and that's why I said like
So
that's
if
what
I think if more women are speaking up and saying what you guys are saying, that hey, I think we gotta change the culture a little bit. We need to update it. I think that's where it starts.
hmm that was my main problem with this season. Like not like the plays playing wise and stuff. I think my it was more so the discourse
Yeah.
Hmm.
behind it. I like I said, I had to block a lot of people on Twitter and TikTok and stuff because it was to the point where it wasn't even about basketball anymore. Like we was talking about everything but basketball.
Hmm.
And majority of the people I was arguing with was grown men.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Black
even
men
other
at
women.
that.
Black men at that, right? That telling me, we're just being
Very disrespectful.
very disrespectful, very homophobic,
Oh, we got
very
another comment
colorist.
here. We got another comment here. Nicole, you can see that?
Yeah, if
You can
couch,
read it. I gotta run for real quick. I'll be right back.
I got you. If Coach White blocks Collier with AT and Bonner cancels McBride, and Marina shines in the 3-point shots, victory is assured for the Suns. Oh, okay.
But McBride is not their only shooter. They have shooters on the bench that can shoot as
Yeah.
well.
Don't forget about Bridget Carlton. Alana Smith can
Alana
definitely.
Smith,
Courtney
uh,
Williams.
Court right.
You know.
Dorka, she's not playing, but she can shoot the lights out too. That's the Zucchini girl. She can shoot too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lynx is
They
just
got shooters.
it's a very stacked team. So don't underestimate them. Yeah, I know Nafisa is their best player, yes, but she got a team behind her. So it's gonna I have to see how they do with the Suns because one thing I think they have to handle is the physicality of the Suns,
Yeah.
which they had struggled in the regular
This
season because the
season.
Suns is 2-1 against them
Yeah,
regular
I was gonna
season.
say they did win two close games with them too. Especially that last game with that 3-point shot at the end
hmm
that put them over to get that win with like 4 seconds on the clock. So they do play them very closely. So it should be a good game because, you know, the defense and the shooters and stuff. So we'll see if Connecticut can come out and the Bonner and Marina can shoot some shots that go down. If
Yeah,
that happens, I think it'll be a good game. But if they don't show up, it's going to be a blowout.
I agree. Jen J, shout out to you. She said Kate Money Martin about to get a ring before Skylar and Alyssa.
I
Hey,
don't know.
Kate about to get a ring before all the rookies, even her
Yeah.
own former teammate. But if they do win, I
Well, I
don't.
can say I think that's kind of a I don't know. I would like for the Vegas to repeat, but I mean, if Asia has to be that person, girl, whenever we get to that topic, we can talk about that. But I don't know.
No, we can talk about it because we haven't touched the games that are happening today, and we got like an hour, almost an hour. But Aces and Liberty. Let's talk about this season for both teams. Let's start with the Aces since
Yeah, we've been talking
everybody's
about
talking about them going three-peat and stuff. I think Aces. Mm, it wasn't a good season for them, me personally.
mm-mm.
For
No.
especially for back to back, y'all
Runner
are
ups.
held to a higher standard. The same thing what we did to. I'm going on topic here, but same thing we did to Georgia last night. You know,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So I just had to go. I just had to go there. But y'all are held to a higher standard. I was expecting their record to be a lot better. I was expecting them to do better than what they did this year. Obviously, Chelsea Gray was not playing the beginning of the season, and
Hmm.
it looked like pre Tiffany Hayes, it looked like Asia was doing everything on her own.
Hmm.
It looked like she was carrying that team on her back.
And it
Um,
wasn't enough.
yeah, and it wasn't enough a lot of times to the point where she was just upset that she feels like she was failing her team, and it really wasn't that. It was just the team wasn't backing her up, and at some points I did get mad at Becky Hammond. I didn't agree with a lot of the rotations. I didn't agree with a lot of people who were playing. I feel like some people the team wasn't helping Asia. They weren't on the same level as her. They didn't have the same intensity. They didn't have the same urge to want to win. And then Chelsea Gray came back, and then they got Tiffany Hayes out of retirement, and now it was just like, hey, we got something going on here. You know, and I feel like the Aces, the main thing that's gonna help the Aces is their chemistry. We By looking at the videos and by seeing what we've seen, we can tell that this team loves each other and that they get along and that they care for one another. So if they use that chemistry and put it on in the court like they did, especially like they did against Storm, I mean they completely shut out Storm defensively that fourth quarter in the first round, in the first game of the first round. If they keep playing like that, they got a chance to do something against Liberty. Yes, shout out to
They
Sis
hard to
Wilson.
beat. They hard to beat if they do that, it's hard to
Yeah.
beat.
They're gonna be real hard
Yeah.
to beat. Yeah.
If
If
everybody's clicking on different cylinders and everything, everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing, then I have a good chance that they'll be in the finals. They'll sweep out I don't think they'll sweep out Liberty, but they'll give them some good games. But ultimately, it's gonna be aces if
like
they
yeah,
can do what we said they're gonna do.
I
So y'all
agree.
think the
Yeah.
champion? Well, no, I think because they don't play. They play New York, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
played them today at 3,
And I don't
or is
know.
it Sun? I don't
I think
remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
it's
like it
Liberty.
at first, but now that I really seen it all, I'm like I like it because I want the Lynx to make it at the end.
Me too, and I wanted to
Because
honestly,
I was gonna
yeah.
add, my question was gonna be, is the Liberty and Aces the real championship? And I'm like, I don't
That
think it after I
really is the
see.
real championship
I
right
think
there for
so.
me.
Hmm.
That's gonna be those two teams have been battling each other for a couple years now, and Aces have been on top. So this is
Hmm.
actually a rematch. My thing is Liberty really supposed to be winning this series because
Yes,
Liberty has made it to the playoffs for
so many
basically
years.
so many times, especially the semifinals and the finals, and they just for
Can't
some
get over
reason
the hump.
they choke.
Yeah.
They really
Oh,
really
then
choke.
that's okay. So then in that case, they're not the better team though. I think they got the better
I mean,
shooters. I think they
I
have
don't
the better
know.
pure
I don't know.
shooters.
I don't know because
And
they
from
have
what I've seen, I think
shooters.
they're the better purest shooters.
oh yeah,
But
obviously you got
I don't know. I just.
Sabrina and Fevage and
Mhm.
Slew.
yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
they definitely have the better purest shooters. And but that defense from Aces, man, I'll beat that anytime.
Gen G, you are absolutely right. Liberty in NBA terms, they're like the Boston Celtics. You make it to the playoffs. Couldn't make it out the Eastern Conference.
Yes,
Right,
I
exactly.
agree. Yeah. Mhm.
Until this year, exactly. They're like how the Boston Celtics used to be. You make it so far to the
So
point
will
you
they
make
be
it
the
all the
Boston Celtics of last year to this year?
if I don't know. We shall
Well,
see.
yeah.
Uh,
What I would say is, mm, like if everybody on the Aces, like we said, can come and shoot. We can't have just Asia and Kelsey showing up or Asia.
Yeah, you cut out again, Shaq.
Can you hear me
You there,
now?
Nicole? Yeah, we hear you now.
So I don't know what's been going on with Jackie, but she's kind of been out of it, this whole season, on and off, on and off. But her defense has been really great. We already know about Kelsey; she on and off. So it's gonna take for all of them to come out and perform in order for them to win and get that final spot in the finals. Now for Liberty, we need Jonquil to kind of like show up. If she shows up, Lady Hamilton, what's the other girl? I can't even think of the other girl name. But they've been doing great. So I don't know if I say if Jackwell, Stewie, Phoebich, and Sabrina show up, then I think this is gonna be a great game.
Yeah, they definitely need Jonquil to show up, especially because Jonquil is a huge part of their offense. If she don't show up, excuse me, and give them like good 20 points in a multiple rebounds, she need a double double this game. Matter of fact, not only does she need to be scoring good, but she need to rebound the heck out of that ball for them to win. If because they need all the points they can get, because aces can very much well come in and outscore them, out rebound them, outplay them, do way better on defense. So they shouldn't take this for granted. But as far as I know, Liberty really is supposed to be the team that's supposed to win this year. Do I see it? No. But like I said, they made it so many times to the point where you only get you don't get a lot of chances. So because you never know, next year some of the teams that were bad now come in, and next thing you know, you're going against that team in the semifinals and they beat you again. You never know when you're getting this opportunity again. So let's just see how they do. But it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be really really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
And then hopefully, Sabrina. I mean, we all know how she did last year, but maybe we don't know. She worked on her floater. She's been going to the basket. So maybe Sabrina's kind of like that X factor. If she can perform how she did against the Dream in the finals, then I have the Liberty
Hmm.
for sure.
And you mentioned Jackie.
Yes.
I wonder. I don't know. I've been wondering what's happening to her too.
Yeah,
I
something's
know.
going on.
I
I don't know
know.
what it is, but I mean, she's been having her mid ranges, getting a few here and a few there, but it's almost like she's been focusing mainly on defense rather than offense. I don't know.
Word on the street was that her and her boyfriend had broken up and they had been together for years or something.
I
But
mean, we could say the same thing about Kelsey. She's going through the middle of a fucking divorce. So I
divorced,
mean,
right?
I mean, maybe that played a part into her being off too, but she can't go out there and go 0 for 8. That's not gonna win them games.
Yeah. This person says, hold on, put it on shades. This person says the key to the Aces versus Liberty duel is the bench. You ain't lying about that.
Oh yes. Oh my
Hayes
goodness.
and Clark can score. Young, Plum, Gray are active. Maybe the Aces who win. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Is you the bench is definitely gonna have to score. Kia Stokes, you got to
But
do
she
the same
has to
thing.
play them too. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that's what I
you're
was gonna
right.
ask you about Kia Stokes. Like, I feel like she's there, but she's a non-factor
And
in
she
the
that girl don't
offense.
do nothing. I mean,
Like,
what she
why is
had?
she even start? Like I don't understand. Like, so hopefully Joshua can get down there.
My thing is, why was she still on the? I'm surprised she's still on the team. I definitely thought Becky was gonna get rid of her eventually, but she had multiple games this season where she would have like 0 points.
Hmm. And why they not playing what's her name, Ebo, Queen Ebo? Why they
Queen
not
King,
playing
and
her?
I don't know. You got that's my thing with Becky. It's like some of these decisions that she be making is questionable.
We can't
Because
have Asia
sometimes
playing off 40 minutes. I mean, that's not gonna win us games. I
you
mean, I'm
can't
sorry.
do that. I
That's
bet you can't do that. That's she's gonna get tired, and we're gonna
Mhm.
need her defensively. Because one thing about
Yeah.
Asia, she's gonna play defensively and offensively. So she's gonna need a break. I think Sid needs to come in
Oh yes,
because
she's a good defender. I don't know why she hasn't been getting minutes. What's up with that shit?
yeah, he said the bench. Well, Tiffany does come off the bench, so
Yeah,
Tiffany
she do.
definitely will get them a good 15, 20 points.
Hmm.
Hopefully, I'm not worried about that. And her defense is good too. I just think she's really fast, and sometimes it can come up that she
Yes.
like fouling the defender, but she just be in the zone. But Sid needs to come in. Shoot, oh, we forgot about Meg. I feel like Meg should start over Kia Stokes. That's just my opinion.
Hmm.
But because Meg, one thing about
She
Meg,
spread the
Meg,
floor.
right, Meg can spread the floor, and Meg can, if you put her outside the perimeter, she
She
can
can
shoot a
shoot
couple
that thing.
threes.
So
you
can.
telling me Clark is a starter? I didn't
No,
know that.
she's not
No,
a
no, no,
starter.
no.
I
She's
thought
She's
not.
Meg
not
was
a
a
starter.
starter.
She's
No,
not either.
She's not a starter either. Kia Stokes is a starter. The light skin with the
And what
braids.
have you seen from her in order for her to earn that? Which is what West was why we were saying. I don't know if it's how long you've been in the league or I don't know, but it should be no reason why she's starting over the other girls. Period. Because
Yep.
she doesn't offer anything to the team.
At all.
No,
She
At
I
don't
look.
score.
all.
She don't.
I was begging for her to get off the court the other day.
You
I was
did,
like,
you did. I
why
remember. I
is
said it's
she
like, why
there?
is she still on here? Bring the other girl, right?
I was
Alicia
begging like
Clark.
bring anybody in more than her because she's not. I think she's just size.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Yeah.
she could be a like I guess a better defender with height. That's
She
what
is.
because I think who they was playing again? What team they was playing against again?
Uh,
Storm.
The Storm. Yeah,
yeah.
she was a better defender because the Storm was playing too big. So they needed a bigger body. So I kind of understood it after I watched it for a while. I kept on begging for her to get off the court.
But she don't give you nothing though.
But on offense,
She's
when
just
you
a
really
bigger
need
body,
her,
I think.
she
That's
just
it.
there. On
Yeah, she's
offense,
just
she's just
there.
there.
Yeah,
So
she's
why
just
not
there.
put Meg out
But
there where she can do somewhat?
yeah, and
Yeah,
I
she
feel like
can.
sometimes she was like she like how you say she's just out there and she didn't know what she should be doing. I'm like, it's the whole season done been by. How you don't know what you're supposed to be doing? Why don't y'all have assignment for her what she should be doing?
Right.
Like I mean, like in the NBA, if I was to compare her style, I would say she should be like the person that sets the picks, doing the dirty work, moving around. That's what she kind of seemed like, a hustle player. Because
Mm-hmm.
Clark is the one that was wearing the mask, right?
No. Clark,
No,
Alicia Clark is the light skin with the curly hair on the
and
Aces.
she had the mask on, right?
No, you talking about Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste Taylor. The one that broke her
Oh,
nose and had the mask on.
yes, yes.
That's that
Okay, I'm
rookie
missing
that
her
plays
up.
for Mercury. Yeah.
No, no, no. Yeah, so I'm missing her up. But
Hmm.
I do remember Clark being out there, and I was like, why is she on the court?
Yeah, Alicia Clark, she ain't offense either. Well, she can give you some points, but she's not an offensive player either. She's mostly defensive. She does a lot of
That's why I
defensive
say the
plays.
hustle plays. Yeah, I think she's good
Yeah,
for that.
she's a big hustler for the Aces, which is why, and she was like that for all her other teams. She won the championship 3 times. She won it in, I believe she won in Seattle, and obviously with the Aces. So, and her defense was the main factor, was the main contribution to why they like she won on them rings. So, I think that's why she's still here. But Kia Stokes, though, she don't
Don't
contribute much on offense.
don't get it twisted though, because if you leave her open, she can shoot that three ball.
Oh yeah, for sure, she can do a little something.
I mean,
But
that she
that's why,
definitely killing Clark them. They kept on leaving her open every fucking time. Ooh, wide open for three.
yeah, Fever did that. When I found out she had 15 points against Fever that one time, I'm like, what you mean, Alicia Clark got 15 points? What was y'all doing?
Yeah.
That's
Cause,
Right.
messed up.
cause she
Gave her
don't.
15 points.
I'm
That's
like
messed up.
15 points. That's how you know their defense was trash. But
That's messed up. That's messed up for you to say, Nicole. Yeah, I agree with Raha. Y'all tough. Y'all tough.
no, look, man,
That's
I'll
crazy.
give props when credit. I'll give credit when credit is due. We talking about offensively, but Fever was on fire. But defensively, man, there's a mess. And you can say the same thing about Dallas. Offensively, they one of the best in the leagues, and then you go to defense and they look a hot mess. Can't defend for nothing, just slow. And just letting anybody pass by, anybody score. That's why every time they go against Fever, it's such a high scoring game whenever Fever and Dallas play against each other because it's like there's no defense on both sides. So that's why them games be going to 90 and 100 is because, it's like it's just a bunch of offensive teams. Like the last time they played Fever, Enrique had 30 points, Sato Sabali had 20 points, Natasha had 25 points, and then you go on the Fever side and you had Caitlin had 30 points, Aaliyah Boston had 20 points, Kelsey Mitchell had 20 points. No defense is being played. So that's definitely something a lot of people got to work on in the league. People talk about it. The league is very physical and defense is, they play good defense and stuff, which is true. But
I think from what I've seen, I think the Aces win it again. They just have too many people that are able to contribute that I don't think that a lot of other teams can match.
and you're right, and they really supposed to. That's why I was expecting them to do better than they did this year, regular season wise, because everybody on that team can score. When they're on, they're on.
Yeah, they
Everybody on
got
that
too
team
many
can play
people,
defense. We've seen
and
how they shut down teams. Like I
yeah,
just don't I don't
they
want to
will
see
go
that
on like
happen.
10, 10 point swing in no time, like that. Like
Yeah.
boom, oh, be back in it.
Yep. Like when you think they're about to lose, they'll come right back in and then just trick you.
And without the best player on the court, sometimes I seen them do it. I was like, oh my goodness,
Oh yeah.
this is a real team.
hmm Like that last game, I don't know who they played. The final game of the season, Asia was on the bench. Chelsea, Kelsey, they didn't even play. They didn't have none of their starters in, and they still won again. They blew a team out. So that whole team can very much do something. They're very much a threat, and I don't think they should like take them um take them lightly. So this Liberty series and Aces is gonna be good. Hopefully, it's more of a
Hopefully.
like. That's what I say.
Oh, you're saying
Hopefully,
hopefully it's better. It's not gonna be as bad as the first. But I don't think the first series was bad. I think the higher seeds won, and it showed why the higher seeds were the higher seeds. It showed the difference.
oh
The
yeah,
only
for
thing as
sure.
I was the only thing that I probably would say is that maybe they could have made the playoffs longer, just from my outlook. Made the playoffs longer and made the had all 12 teams a part of the playoffs. Like the
Mm-hmm.
season just depicted the put you where you're gonna place at. Even if you wanted to say the first series would be you have a 3-3-5-5, I think that would have been good.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if because football season, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
they don't want to
football
get too
season is
involved.
really, really, really putting a cramp on it. I think because you're gonna have definitely less eyes because of football season.
And what's even worse is Caitlyn is not playing. So, because
Ah,
no, 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 no.
you
But
wanted to
outside,
say
we got to be honest here.
that. Well, I know. I thought it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh dang, yeah.
But it is true. It is true. That is true. We got a
Because
lot of people
yeah.
mad at the fact that she didn't make it, and a lot of people that just were just fans of her that are watching. I hope these so-called fans that said they like all of these podcasts or everybody that's media that's covering while Caitlyn was playing and were Fever fans. I hope they still watching. I hope they still making their episodes and still talking about it and still talking about the WNBA because Caitlyn Clark is not the WNBA. The WNBA is uh association of a lot of Caitlin Clarks, which are WNBA players, and they should be
Mhm.
doing
Um, that's wishful thinking. Cause
that. No, I'm saying that's what they should be doing.
I mean, yeah, if you say you want the league to grow, and you know, then you need to give these people some views. Uh,
I mean, more than
and
views,
see,
just support of the game. I would say,
yeah,
I would say that definitely.
because one thing about it is people saying me personally, I don't think the W is growing yet. And people like, oh, how you not see it is growing? Like you see all these viewerships, like that people, millions of people watching the game. Yeah, to see one person, and the only time a lot of viewerships come from Fever games against anybody else. And yeah,
Hmm.
you can argue that Fever had 30 of their games nationally televised this season,
Yeah,
30
so
out
you
of their
can't even
40 games.
compare. You can't
So you
compare it.
can't compare it to the other teams because other teams have, less than that. So you can argue that, but at the same time is you can't grow a game if everyone is not getting the same amount of views.
And if I'm being honest, I didn't see nothing in the Fever to be like I want to tune in again to this. I didn't.
I don't see
I
either,
ain't get it. I didn't get
I'm
it.
not hating on the Fever, and I'm not hating on Caitlyn or anything. I think she's a really, really good player. Very great shooter. I think the best part of her game to me personally is her passing, her court vision. But it's not it's not
It's
something
not as flashy
I
as people
haven't
try to make it seem.
right. It's not like
I got a
the
lot
best I
more
ever seen.
flash. I got a lot more flash out of watching Gray than what's the name than
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
Chelsea Gray, right? She's just not the best. I've been watching WNBA on and off. I used to watch Maya Moore when she came into the league, and I
My
watched
more
Maya
was
Moore,
nice.
but right, and I watched Maya Moore take that trash team of the Lynx at the time, and I watched her take that team all the way to the championships, and she won Final MVP as a rookie and won Rookie of the Year. So I, it's not the best I've seen. They said she was the best rookie ever in the history of the WNBA, and that's not true because Candace Parker won MVP as a rookie. You know,
Were people campaigning that Caitlin Clark should have won? Well,
yeah,
being that she was a unanimous MVP, I don't think it was even up for
yeah.
debate.
A lot of people were upset that Caitlyn didn't win it. They said that
Okay,
she
that's
should have
just super
won it.
fans. That's
I
not
mean, she
even
got fourth place. She had a bunch of fourth place voting.
top
Yeah, she
three.
got. Yeah, she got. Yeah, the top three were Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart,
Mm.
which is not a surprise. Yes, Ellen. Yeah, that's the girl they're talking about. The views are for one person. Yes, and that's the thing is you're talking about some growing the league, and Vic had mentioned and Solid we're talking about some issue. She's bringing in $2 billion. Y'all better well give her a championship and stuff like
Yeah,
that's
that
not
was
growing.
insane. I wanted to bring that up. When we were talking about the regular season. Do y'all think that's a logical thing that y'all should just make her win, like make it an actual entertainment instead of actually playing games?
It's crazy outsider. I had sent this in the Discord. So it had came out that the GM for Indiana had told the GM for Connecticut she tried to convince him to tell him like, hey, we need you guys to tank this game so we can finish the series in Indiana because it would be unfortunate if Fever fans don't get to see Caitlyn and the team to you know in at home, that they don't get a chance to play at home, and then we're talking about viewership and money and stuff.
Yeah, that's what
So
I thought. That's what I originally was watching. I thought that's what they were doing. I said, oh, they're gonna give Clayton a home game. They just trying to make money because I don't know how they get paid, but I know the NBA, even though the money is not that drastically different between players, but any extra money is extra money. You play another game, you play another game. So that's what I thought they were doing. You know, so
Um, yeah. The NBA makes money from viewership and ticket sales, right? And jersey sales. That's how they make the money, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm saying
So
the players. I was saying the players. The players were doing it for the players because I think that happens in the WNBA. I think that happened in the NBA a lot. To me, it comes off as that like, oh, we gonna win this series. We could get them a game, get them another paycheck, and then we'll win it when we get back home.
let me
At
ask you
least that's
this,
how it looks
outsider.
sometimes to me.
So let me ask you this, since people are saying that Caitlyn is increasing these women's salaries, how are you? How is the salaries going to get bigger if only one game or one or two, 3 games of the season are so you only have 3 games of your season is sold out.
What really doesn't make sense is if she's the best player or she's the only player that's good and everybody's just not good after her, then what is really going on?
What's the point of
Right.
watching? What's the point of that?
Nobody not watching that. She could start a YouTube channel and play basketball and what's the name if that's the case. But
When
I
it,
think it's the competition of the WNBA that's gonna grow the NBA, not just because Caitlin Clark is great. Because like you already mentioned, we have people Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Cheryl Swoops,
Cynthia
names go on,
Cooper,
Diana Taurasi.
yes.
We've had multiple players. We have Stewie that's still there. We got Asia that's still there. They are great players throughout the WNBA, and that's what's gonna make the WNBA. She's another asset to add on to the WNBA. She's a part of the WNBA. It's not
Hmm.
the Caitlin NBA, the Caitlin Basketball Association. That's what.
Right. She may bring in a lot of views. She may be the face of the league, and that's fine.
Right.
But
I don't even
we
say she's the face because, like I said, I don't think what she gives. I mean, I don't know what the fandom is about. She's a good player, but she's far from the best player. There's no way you watch a WNBA game and say, "Oh, she's just heads and shoulders over everybody else." She doesn't. She doesn't have that. She's not popping off the screen to me, or how people say with players. She don't jump out at the screen to me like with throughout the whole playoffs. She didn't have a moment to me.
Yeah, and I have a friend of mine, a coworker of mine who's from Indiana, who's also she used to go to a lot of she's a very big WNBA fan. And she actually was telling me how she was upset about like the ticket prices and stuff because she used to be courtside at WNBA games and for like a couple $100, and now it's like for like $100 or less, and now it's like the ticket sells around $700 to $800 for courtside seats, and even up to 1,000. But she was telling me she's seen Caitlyn in person, and she said that Caitlyn was good, but it wasn't nothing that how people made it sound to be, you know, like her scoring ability, like it was good, was there, her passing ability, but she told me that it wasn't, the way the media talks about it, it ain't no like big old hoopla, you know.
Yeah, and then,
Um,
like I said, it didn't jump out to me.
yeah, me too.
And
Um,
and I think it kind of has something to do because she doesn't do anything with like real flair. She makes plays, but there's a lot of people making plays in the WNBA. She
yeah.
and I'm not hating on her at all. Like I say, she's a great player, but she's not. She and I'm not hating on her at all. Like I say, she's a great player, but she's not. Did my damn phone start doing that? But my phone just started playing the thing, and I don't even think I was on YouTube. But um, she a great player, but she's not. Like I said, there's I don't want to say there's better players, but there's players that like they have a little flair to what they're doing, and I like it.
Mhm.
To me, she does her thing, and she just a stale face. I don't. Only time I see animation from her is when she wants a foul call.
Oh, that's one thing that pisses me off when she be flopping and stuff. I be like, girl, get up. Or it's like the foul wasn't even that. It wasn't a even big of a deal. Like the whole when Kennedy Carter had Chip hip checked her the early in the year, and even though that was wrong, that wasn't a basketball play, but I feel like she over exaggerated it. Like she went to the floor and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's not that serious. I mean, you lose your balance a little bit, but the way she fell on the floor, I was like, oh, okay, girl, get up, because now you looking a mess. Get up, get back up, and
I don't even say it's an issue that she did all of that, but if she came out after the game and said, "Yeah, I was trying to sell the call," that would have been, I think that would have been admirable.
I don't know.
I'm
You never know.
trying to sell the call. She hit me pretty hard because she's a little person. She's little, so I don't. I can imagine any little bump could send her flying. And that's why
She
she
do
doesn't
gotta get
like
her weight
physical
up. She
contact.
do gotta get her weight up.
That's why she doesn't like physical contact. So that's why I like when y'all was saying like she's not physical and she's not this. She don't like she's not probably that good at defense because she don't like defense. She don't want nobody playing defense on her. Anytime I see somebody play defense on her, she's like,
Push
"Where's
him
the
off.
foul?" She's crying. She's
Yeah.
crying like, "Oh, you didn't see them foul me? There was a foul.
But that's what happens when you're used to the refs coddling you and when you're used to soft defense. Because she's from the Big Ten. The Big Ten don't play no defense. Big Ten basketball, come on now. Here, that's why the SEC is on top. Football and basketball.
Ellen's comment.
Ellen, when I
Forget
have
the
dies, the
favor.
fans will no longer be there. See, I'll be on Twitter. The fans said they're gonna be there for the next 10 to 15 years whenever she retires. So
You say what?
Fever fans said Caitlyn fans said they're gonna be here for the next 10 to 15 years whenever she retires. So they're not going. They said we're not going anywhere. So hey,
What about this one from Solo Wrestling?
Asia
Solo
Wilson
Wrestling, I
with
appreciate
Martin.
your time on viewership. You said Asia Wilson will win with Mark Stewart, who I guess they're trying to say they're not probably American, so they say when they say marker player, they mean that they're guarding. She's gonna guard Stewart, so he said who will win the duel.
Um, it's crazy. They're actually very close friends. So
Or
I'm sure
he's saying whoever wins the duel will I guess result in who would win. What
who will
team is gonna
influence
win?
himself. Ooh, so and
Do
he
you
is
think
right
that's the
though. I
thing?
don't know if they are guarding each other because they both play the four.
No,
Um,
but do you think that that whoever wins that duel will say who's gonna win or not?
honestly, yeah. If
I don't
Brianna
think so.
Stewart scored, well, no, the whole team got to contribute. The
Right,
whole team got to
because the
contribute.
whole Aces is gonna contribute. You got to take down that whole team. I don't
Yeah,
agree with that. I
but
don't
if you're
agree with
talking
that
about,
solo. I think it's gonna have play a big part in it, a big part in who wins. But I don't agree that it's gonna be the final say. I think the team that plays the best, is gonna win that game. I don't think that
yeah,
one player is gonna do it. They just have both teams have way too many scorers or people that can make buckets on their team.
hmm,
I think it's gonna come down to, like I said, it's gonna come down to defense. Who can get the
yeah,
most stops because both teams can score. The bad thing that the Aces have is that they do go on droughts where they seem like they're lackadaisical or just not
hmm,
making buckets,
hmm,
but they make up for it with their defense. And then all of a sudden they say, well, you know what they say in basketball, defense make is the best offense is defense.
hmm,
So their defense normally turns into a bucket every time.
yeah. So but if he's talking about like individually, honestly, I find it very funny because I mean Asia and Stewie are very close friends. And they definitely got close during the Olympic break. So seeing them guard each other is going to be very, very interesting because I'm sure they know each other's weaknesses and that they watch film on each other. So it's gonna be a good game. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna happen in 30 minutes now. Um, but we let's just finish talking about the Suns and Lynx
Oh,
series
the
that's
Suns and
happening
Lynx.
tonight. Um, obviously I got Lynx winning this whole series, but I can say is in the regular season, Suns is 2-1 against them. But obviously, playoffs is different intensity,
Okay, I was gonna say, I was
different
gonna say,
style.
ain't no, this the regular season, not the regular, it's not the
Yeah, the regular season has nothing to do with this.
yeah.
My fear, well, not my fear. My biggest worry for the Lynx would be because the Suns are a very physical team. We've seen that against the Fever, like especially in that second game, the way that game looked like prison ball. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Suns is not the team that Suns is very physical. From DJNA, who will, if she's guarding you, beware because she will follow your every move. She'll be very
Oh
physical. She'll put
man,
hands on you. Then you got
I'm
Alyssa Thomas,
torn.
who's just,
I'm torn at this series. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You
and then you
know,
got Alyssa Thomas,
fans of the
and
Suns.
yeah, Alyssa Thomas, Bree Jones can be very physical too. Dewana Bonner is not a physical person, but seeing the way she got at CC and seeing how she was, not playing around and how she was guarding her, she can do something. She can be very physical too. Her defense is very underrated. So, shoot, even Marina maybe was doing a little something. So it's gonna be interesting. Obviously I have links on top, but I want to see how they will handle the physicality of the Suns.
Oh, if it's gonna come down to that, the Suns is not gonna win that battle. But just play and tenacity, I would give it to the Suns. But
Yeah.
if they make it physical, the Lynx is way too big. Their guard is big. Their oh, I'm talking about the different team. The Suns. Oh no, the Suns have a big guard too. But I just think that they play. Yeah, the Lynx is strong. I
Hmm.
think that the way that like I say, the Lynx just play a complete game to me, in my opinion. They play a well-rounded game.
Very,
Yeah,
very, very, very. So it's gonna be good.
yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Both of these games gonna be good. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
we got a good
The
semifinals. I just
stars
can't wait.
have aligned.
Yep, yep, yep.
Stars have aligned. This is perfect.
I just hope they get the viewership that they need. I'm gonna contribute to some views. I'm gonna have my siblings put it on their phones real quick just to give them a view and turn it off after that. But but it's gonna be good. I'm kind of mad the second game for these series. I think it's gonna be on ESPN 2, which makes me mad. It's very disrespectful. I don't know if it's because there's gonna be football games around that time. I don't know.
You know why it's gonna be. This is not a good time and not a good day for basketball. That's what I think. I mean, I guess it would have been kind of messed up for them to do it this way. But they probably should have took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays to play their games, and then you would have a big old break in between, as far as not playing on the weekends. But at least it still would have brought more viewership.
Yeah. So they play today 3 and 8:30 on ESPN. They have a game Tuesday. Is to be determined the times and what channel it's gonna be on. Then they have the third game on Friday, both on ESPN 2. Dang, I'm working at those times. So I'll figure it out. Both on ESPN 2, and then the game 5, if necessary, is also gonna be on ESPN 2. And then they have two games that are still to be determined. They don't know what time it's gonna be, and they don't know what
Dude,
channel is going to be
you
broadcasted
can
on.
hit Rising Shadow and use that
So
while they're getting
game.
hit by the
So
Rising Shadow
Liberty,
button.
who you got winning? Liberty Aces.
And then Fear, in
Today
Fear,
I got
a bit
Aces
it's
and
the best time in the
Lynx.
game.
Aces and a Lynx. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this. This hurts, man. I really like the song.
Like
I
Fear the
really
Shadow
like
Clone
the
I
is
like all
literally
narrative,
four
but
better call
teams.
stun.
I really do.
I like all four teams too. But I don't know. I kind of got like I don't know what it is. I just like the Suns team. I really like how they. I like their tenacity, man. They be fighting.
Hmm.
They
They
play with a lot
do.
of passion. I like that.
They play like the Pistons back in the day.
Yeah, they play with a lot of passion. I really like that. Yeah, that's you don't get that like people that actually care. If it seemed like they really care about winning, I mean, all of these teams do, but
Hmm.
they do. The Lynx had a little bit more of a. I'll say they just look like they was going through the motions. Like they want to win, but they like, come on now, the game be over. We won already. But they're good though. I really like. That's why I'm kind of torn. I wish they would have played the other two teams.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
way,
have.
they both could make it to the finals.
They both
Not that I
could.
don't like the other two teams, but I just like these two teams better.
Yeah.
I'm more of a fan, and I'm really a fan of Nafisa. Oh my goodness,
Oh my gosh.
her game is nice.
Nafisa is that girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, we in for some good games. I'm excited. We got like less than 30 minutes now. Um, so we just gonna turn it off and we gonna head to the Discord. I'm gonna put my phone in charge and I'm gonna get my iPad and we're gonna go live on the Discord. Hopefully some people show up there. Um,
Okay.
and then we can
Okay.
stream, yeah, we can stream some of the football games there
Dude, I
too.
literally just what do you
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
just
yeah. You know,
jump,
we're
press
gonna
a
have to
dodge,
do
and
Yeah.
that
boom.
too.
That's all
We're
I
gonna
need.
have everything going
I don't
on.
need event defense
Yeah,
at
But
all.
yeah. But outsider, I appreciate you. I'm gonna shout out to you because
And you literally can.
I appreciate you been streaming the games, been supporting women hoops. I'm glad that you actually took
What do you
time to
mean?
watch it,
I
unlike
just
some of the other guys. But I'm glad that you took some
staggered
time to
style.
watch it. Not only did you watch it, but you did some research. You
With
were
a stone
open
age
to
camera,
learn
dude.
about the game and the history of the game, and allowing us women
Yeah,
to
look,
talk.
I
And
mean, that,
that's the
that
main
isn't.
important I appreciate about you because a lot of the men I've argued with, I've got into it with, don't know the history of the
mm,
WNBA. So it's just like
what are you talking
when I'm
about?
right when I'm talking to them, it's like it's just difficult to talk to them because they don't know nothing. They don't know no like they can't tell me who this person is or who that person is, and they're not open to learn about that person either. Their
Yeah.
mind is just CCCC or somebody else that they know currently. So I really appreciate you for being open to learn and listening and actually
Why? Why?
like doing your research
Every
and actually
explosion with
learning
explosive, whatever the hell that
um
thing is,
more about these
just
women
like
and
garbage.
just watching them play. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate you. um Thank you for this live. I'm glad we went live. Shout out to everybody who showed up. LNV,
We gotta do this
Jen
again. We gotta
J,
do this
Shy.
again. Let
We're
me
gonna do
know
it
when we can do
again.
it again. Yeah.
We can do it again after so
Because when is
before,
the next
yeah,
game?
so we can do
Tuesday?
it so before the next game, so Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be
So the
live
next game
Tuesday.
Bro,
is
outside
on
of your comfort zone.
Everybody
Tuesday.
tell
I want to see
somebody.
about running
Appreciate
away.
you, Ellen. Solo wrestling. We'll be live again Tuesday talking about WNBA playoffs. Jen J, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
You've
you
been
so
here
much,
most of the
NJ.
time.
Rose Cran is busy, but appreciate him for showing up too.
Yeah, yeah, he be
Um,
coming up. Hopefully we could find probably get solo to watch the games with us before the finals. We'll
yeah.
let you know how you could get into the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's a little difficult to explain, but we'll have a link that you could probably go to, and then you could join the membership, and then you'll be a part of the Discord. We watch the WNBA as you hear, and we're real supportive. It's a good community too. If you
Yeah.
into if you're into college football, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
we
that.
we watch football too, so we
Yeah,
watch all sports over here. So
yeah. And I don't know. I'm judging by how you said Mark Stewart. I think you might be a soccer fan, and if you have soccer games you want to see, if we available, we could put those up too. We could cover everything. Only
I
thing
would.
I'm not really a big fan of is is
Don't ask
I
me
would
about
say
golf. Don't ask me about
not
hockey. Don't
golf,
ask
but
me about
baseball.
baseball.
Baseball. That's what I was gonna say. Baseball is really popping right now.
Don't
I mean,
ask me
it's
about those
playing right now,
sports.
but I don't. I'm not a fan. I can't watch it. I could play it, but I can't watch it. Baseball.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know nothing. I hope to. I do plan on going to one of those games. I do want to experience other sports like baseball and hockey. I think those are the type of sports you got to go physically and watch for yourself to see if you like it or not. So I'm gonna give it a chance. Soccer too, like soccer. Soccer. I've been watching soccer my whole life, but the thing is, I tend not to get into it too much. So I think it's one of those type of games I gotta go watch in person. So,
It's so many
but
leagues with soccer. It's so many leagues, so many games.
yeah,
It's a lot. Soccer, you got to know what you watching when you watching. Because we used to watch it as kids on the Spanish channel. We didn't know what they were saying. All we know when they scored a goal.
hmm,
I mean,
yeah,
we knew
and
people name, but we didn't know anything. But we was watching like Mexican league or whatever league. We didn't even know. We was
yeah.
just
My dad is a
watching.
big Argentinian fan and Brazil and stuff. And when the World Cup comes around
Right.
or the Euro Cup comes around with soccer, you can't watch nothing but soccer. And it's honestly a good sport. The thing about soccer that pisses
Amazing
me off
sport.
is
Amazing
it's an
sport.
amazing sport. It's the adrenaline. It's like when you think they're about to score and they don't, and then it's
Don't.
like that's what keeps you engaged, and that's what I love about
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah.
It's definitely the adrenaline. It gets you all types of emotions, and I like it when it's like that.
Yeah.
Um, so is there's a lot of good sports out there.
Yeah, soccer
Um,
is good when it's not when it's high scoring, and it's also good. Just well, it can be not no scoring, but it could be good, just as good as a high scoring game too.
yeah, and in the atmosphere, and then it's especially when it's like two really good teams,
Set
all
all Haitians
Haitians like that.
like
And they do, girl. They do. It's like the only two team. If it ain't Haiti, it's gonna be either Brazil or Argentina. I don't understand. Like, I
I
don't know.
surprisingly, I'm not being Haitian, but I surprisingly, I mean, I think most Jamaicans back in the days they used to love Brazil. Like Brazil was the holy grail of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But
My dad's a big
but
fan of
my
Brazil.
experience of watching, um, and I've been watching probably 10 years, like dedicatedly watch, like I was just been watching the games.
Hmm.
But Germany, I like Germany, and I like the Netherlands. I think it's the Netherlands.
Netherlands are good. I think Spain was good at one point too.
Yeah, Spain is good, but I don't like them.
Yeah, my dad not a
I
fan of
like
them either. But
I like Germany. I don't know why I like Germany so much.
France be good too,
Yeah,
especially since
France
they
be
have
good.
Mbappe up there. That's good too. UK, is it like England or
Yeah,
England?
England. Yeah,
They be
England.
good too.
England. Yeah, England. England was like a popular thing too because it had Jamaican players on the team.
Hmm.
So some Jamaicans was big on them.
Some of the African countries be good too.
Not that I don't like Brazil, but I'm like everybody likes Brazil.
That's the thing. And I'm Haitian, and then everybody I know is like big Brazil fans or big Messi fans, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a big
Like,
Messi
so
fan
I
too.
have, I mean, I love Messi too. It's gonna be sad when he's gone, but you know,
Yeah, everybody
that's
got to go sometime.
it's just life. They've been doing it for so long, and Messi's been playing for a long time, so you just should relax his feet, and then
Yeah, you know he was
keep
down
moving.
here. He's down here, so I was I met him. I met him while he was down here.
My dad met him too. My dad met a couple people. My dad used to work at the airport back in Miami International
Yeah,
Airport, so he got connection. He met the Miami Heat team back when LeBron, Dwayne Wade was back in Dynasty.
Yeah.
He said he met Shaq. He claims he met Shaq, and that Shaq gave his one of his buddies a fat tip. Um, so my dad met he said he met Messi and a couple other soccer players that I don't know about. But it's true. He said he claimed he went to DJ Khaled's house. My dad claim everything, but
um,
but
I don't know. I don't think he lying about none of those stuff.
I don't think he lying
All of
either
those things
because
is real possible because I've come in contact with some of these people and they are like that. Although
mm,
like being at certain people's house, as far as me, I was always on the job doing some type of job, whether it's electrical work or delivering something to their house. I've been to a lot of these people's house and then they're not all the people you name, they're not standoffish people.
you're right, and
I think
I
they're a little bit like I want you to like me type people, which I don't
mhm,
take to a lot, but
mhm,
they all
mhm.
good people.
And I'm not. I don't knock it off. You know, times were different at that time back then too. Celebrities are
Mhm.
not like athletes are not like how they are now. I feel like they were way more nicer, way more considerate back then. So, and plus he said when he mentioned plus Miami Heat and you know they were one of the top
Yeah,
teams at the time, and he was working at the airport. Of course, I think he definitely met them. I mean,
yeah,
I've been to a lot of their games back when they were on their championship runs. So I don't I don't put them past them. Plus Miami's a big city. There's a lot of celebrities, a lot of very well known people out there. So you know, I think he definitely met them. He don't have the proof for it, but then again, my dad came from another country, doesn't know how to use social media, don't know how to use phones like that and stuff. So I'm not gonna fault him for that.
Dan Marino
But
is not a nice person.
who?
Dan Marino.
Um, I don't know
Ellen
who.
Ellen said her dad was a did a sprinkler and worked at Dan Marino's house. He worked on sprinklers. He installed sprinklers.
Oh,
He
that's
did it on
nice. That's what's
their
up.
My
Yeah.
cousin dated my cousin, my female cousin dated his son.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Mm.
he wasn't too fond of that. I'm gonna say that much. I'm not gonna elaborate no more than that.
Oh, that's all I need. To know. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to
Yeah,
say. Yeah, they not these celebrities. I don't think are nice people. You
yeah.
know, but I mean, there's life. There's gonna be people that are not nice, and there's gonna be people that are overly nice. There's gonna be people. He
Oh,
was
he
nice to
was. He
me.
came to your job.
Uh,
That's
that's
surprising.
that's good. That's good. Maybe he's nice in public and then in private he's
Yeah,
somebody
that's
else.
why I say at his house. And no, with the no lights. He's kind of like, even though I would say because I installed like a camera system, and the way he was talking to the the um the dude the my supervisor, I was like, bro, it ain't worth it, bro. It's not.
She said mixing the races. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, he's not a fan of that.
American football. He's 63 years old.
Yeah, not too old, but he's there.
Oh yeah, dude to play for the Dolphins. Yeah. Oh, my dad met a couple Miami Dolphins. You know that's why I'm a big Miami Dolphin fans, even though they're not doing too good. But I was good with the hometown. You know that's why I support Miami Hurricanes and Miami Dolphins. Those are my teams. I was good with my Florida teams. That's why I went with UCF, and that was a mistake. But we're not talking about football. But
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
we gonna catch up. We gonna catch up. Appreciate you, Ellen, Jen, J, and Solo Wrestling. Tune in again on Tuesday. Tell a friend
mhm.
to tell a friend. Y'all pop up.
Yeah.
And even
We just
pull y'all
need
up.
the
We can even pull y'all up and have a conversation, not just through chat. Y'all can come up on the panel.
right.
I'll
Yeah.
drop the link. Y'all could pop up and talk.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know everything. You know,
Right. And it's nice to have
everybody have a
conversations
different
about that.
perspective. Yeah, everybody got different perspectives. So
Right.
I want to hear from y'all.
Yeah. But
All right.
appreciate you outside. I see you in the Discord.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
That's a lie.